Last session, the party set out from Chesterfield to escort Gwen toward a university upstairs in the Freedoms. After cookies and charm got them past the gate, distant gunfire drew them into the carpet plains. Humphrey scouted a clearing where 2 hunting spiders lay shot and 6 littlelings were dead. The drag of a heavy chest and fairy blood led northwest. Following the trail, they found 3 survivors at a mushroom grove: Cornelius Blackwood, a boggart caravan master; Pip Balin, a wounded fairy; and Ember Coldfoot, a shaken salamander guard. Litha bound wounds, Humphrey cooked, and Cornelius hired them to guard a locked chest he claimed held firefly silk. That night, fear and the truth surfaced. Ember dreaded a return attack. A small spider messenger found Humphrey and demanded the return of stolen eggs and blood. At dawn, the companions pressed Cornelius until he admitted the chest held 6 spider eggs for university alchemists in the realm. To avoid an ambush, they split. Litha led the group off-road, while Humphrey carried the eggs into a deeper mushroom wood. There, in a tense encounter, a large hunter accepted the rucksack and, warned of the alchemist's coin, accepted the eggs in place of vengeance. With the immediate threat eased, the company angled for Downridge and the long climb beyond.
Hello and welcome back to our, I don't know how many sessions this is, 11 or something, our household campaign. This is Chapter 3, Paragraph 3, where we are kind of just doing our own thing, vaguely keeping to the Saga of the Fragile Piece, but yeah, we're doing more paragraphs as and when it makes sense for our campaign. The recap just went over what happened in the last session, and I just really want to kind of hit the ground running in this session and kind of paint a picture for where you are. So I'm going to try and quickly just share something in the Discord chat with you all. And also I'll put it up on the screen in a moment. And this is just a map of the downstairs, and kind of got the directions and the layout a little bit wrong in the last session. It doesn't really matter. You were in Chesterfield 2 sessions ago. It's kind of where you finished between Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. And heading south, basically, to get to Doorkeep, and then from Doorkeep, you'd be making your way to Downridge, from Downridge up the stairs to the upper level, the upper floor. So yeah, we kind of said that you were heading, I think, kind of westish from Chesterfield, or even northwestish from Chesterfield. Actually, you're heading south. You were heading south. We're still keeping everything as it was. You're passing through the Carpet Plain, which of course is around the Yule Forest. So that kind of all makes sense. But yeah, we would have ended the session with you kind of, I guess, in fact, we're going to start this session with you having passed through Doorkeep without any real issues. And there ahead of you, you can kind of see across the sort of entrance to the house, the stairs climbing up to the upper floor like a mountain range, like a huge mountain range. And there's a slight breeze that is always going through this part of the house. It makes flying up and down the stairs practically impossible for fairies. So fairies are not able to fly up the stairs or fly down the stairs. And you can kind of see some dust motes kind of flittering across with the breeze as well. Not quite clouds, but, dust. And at the bottom of the stairs in the distance, you can see across the hallway here, a town, Downridge. And there's nothing really stopping, like blocking your sight from Doorkeep to Downridge. This little part of the house is generally quite busy because this is kind of a crossroads section. You have the front door to the south, which is where it's open a crack, and basically there's occasional traffic that comes in and out from the outside into the house. You have the realm off to the west of the stairs, the green area on the map. That's the lands of the fairy folk. And You have, obviously, to the right, you have where you're coming from, the hearth, which is where the Boggarts' territory is. And up the stairs, at the top of the stairs, is where all of the sprites live, the sylphs, the undines, and the salamanders. And the only ones that aren't kind of crossing through here are the Slua, who live in the basement. But if you look a bit to the north, up the short hallway, then left along the long hallway, and then just like if you go all the way to the left of the long hallway, it's cut off on the stream, but basically just up there a bit, there's another stairway in the top left going downstairs to the basement, which is where the Slua are from. So the Slua, when they're coming in, they're actually also passing through this area to go anywhere else. So this section is very busy. Downridge, as a result, is a thriving kind of crossroads town. And you get people from all different folk from the house passing through here, trading. I think for sure Litha and Humphrey have been here before. Probably Santiago as well when he came up from the downstairs. He passed through here. And the things that you already can expect from Downridge is that there are usually a ton of hunters here looking for work, either going in any of the different directions, hiring out their services as guides and guards for different caravans and groups. So it's kind of, if you're not already coming here with a group, or the group is finishing at Downridge, there's always a lot of competition to find something else. There's also a lot of inns, of course, in this town. They're usually very full, also very expensive because they can basically charge what they want. And that's basically Downridge. So it's this kind of bustling. It's not very big. It's kind of a smallish town that's almost like always seems to be bursting from its seams because there's just so much passing through. And you can see this in the distance. You can see some small groups of littlings in the distance, kind of like traveling to and from Downridge. So that's where you are. We're going to be starting with it. You kind of seeing this just as kind of late morning. You would have probably stayed the night maybe in or near Doorkeep. And you kind of set off after having breakfast. And it's, I don't know, like mid-morning maybe, when you are just kind of seeing your first views of Downridge in the distance and the stairs as well. And because it's kind of like that low light, the light inside the house isn't super great, so it is kind of like a murky, dark dawn, if that makes sense, where you are, because you're also kind of like in the center of the house too, and there are doorways kind of blocking off. They are open, but the doorways are kind of blocking some of the light. Gwen stops for a moment when you kind of first take this in, as everyone is kind of like trudging past her, and I guess we'll say Santiago, you're kind of closest to her, and you hear her give a little wow.
Grand, isn't it?
I've never seen the stairs before. They're huge.
Oh.
And we're gonna have to climb all the way up those because of what's happened. There's no caravan.
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting.
And as she says that, it kind of hits all of you in the same way. The stairs are majestic to look at. It's kind of like, imagine that you're standing at the bottom of a giant ski piste, and you're looking up it and thinking, "Wow, this looks amazing." But then you're also thinking, well, you realize there's no ski lift to go up to the top. I'm gonna have to walk up that mountain. It's kind of like that. Only it's also worse because you're like not even at the snow yet. You're down like just below the snow line, and you've got a long way to trek up. Normally, the caravan that travels up the banister, the thing that was attacked, it takes 2 days to go up the stairs on the banister. There's a stop. There's like a post halfway up the banister where it would normally stop for the night. So it's, that's the fastest way to go up. And without that, you're looking at many, many days of grueling, dangerous climbing. The one thing I would also say that Humphrey and Letha will know, being hunters, that the stairs are very wild. There's a lot of creepy crawlies that kind of live on the stairs. There's a lot of cracks into the in-betweens on the stairs. There also was a massive battle that was fought on the stairs. There's like this not ancient, there's like a 50-year-old-ish battlefield where attracts a lot of scavengers. And as a result, a lot of hunters also are hunting along the bottom steps of the stairs, where it's kind of, they're not too far away from civilization to make their way back. And also on the flip side, at the top of the stairs near Top Ridge, which is the alternate to Down Ridge up at the top, there's also kind of hunters who you'll find on the top steps. We'll talk about Top Ridge later. I don't want to confuse it with too much info in this session. But that's your next destination. You want to get to Down Ridge. You want to make your way up the stairs, and once you're at the top of the stairs, you'll hit Top Ridge, which is kind of the entrance point to the upper floors and everything else that's up there. So,
quick reminder of the terrible, terrible things.
And I have actually pre-rolled for these for this session, so I know kind of I kind of prefer to have them narratively happen during the session, so that's what we'll be doing here. I think last time I invoked them, it happened in between sessions, but this time they're going to happen live.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way towards Down Ridge, and it takes you most of the day to kind of cover the distance along, because you're not kind of going at a fast pace. There's no real rush. At least Gwen doesn't seem to be think that there's a big rush. She's just wants to make her way to the university at Tuberdam. She's excited about it, but she's also kind of aware there's no point in exhausting anyone at this stage, at least. And
we have lost the egg thieves.
No, they're with you still. Because they're making their way back. They're making their way back to Downridge, which is where they were heading in the first place. So they're kind of tagging along with you. I mean, unless you want to try and lose them, but it's kind of difficult to lose them. Kind of it's like you're sharing the same road, kind of.
Yeah, and we promised them to bring them to Downridge unharmed, and Letha especially had a contract with them.
Letha had a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're definitely still with you.
Not gonna make any trouble, but it dictates the topics you talk about.
Sure. Yep. And they're mostly silent, especially Cornelius. He's kind of been resigned about what happened, losing his cargo. Realizes that he's come to realize that it was either that or probably being killed. But he seems like he's still not happy about that. I keep seeing myself in the camera with my unicorn lava lamp.
Yeah. The lava lamp is going now. That's cool.
Yeah. So and the other two are kind of also a bit quiet. Ember was already kind of morose and taciturn and not really talking to any of you. Pip was more. He was the young fairy. He was a bit more talkative, but he's kind of also as you're getting closer to Downridge, he's kind of gotten quieter and quieter, and now kind of none of them have said anything at all almost this morning, other than maybe a muttered good morning. Yeah.
Well, Santiago is talkative as ever and telling stories and doing stuff.
What kind of stories are you talking about?
Well,
as you're making your way, you're probably the one who's basically filling the silence, right? So what story are you regaling everybody with on the walk to Downridge?
It's the story about his travels here the first time when he was so much younger, probably a year younger or something like that, or a bit more. And his first visits, and he remembers this lovely tavern that was full of people. The prices was so high, but he had some tricks up his sleeve, and I got a good meal and with some good drinks, all on the cost of some poor people who didn't really follow what he was doing. And And also a small bar fight, very very entertaining.
Okay.
And it's the bar fight is told blow by blow, and he fainted that way, and I didn't fall for that, and then so.
What was that, Jakob?
Yeah, and you also saved that merchant, right? That you got the half of the treasure.
Oh yeah,
from. Yeah. So
that was
but
in that journey.
Story has told a couple of times.
Yeah,
we already heard it a couple of times, but they.
But Cornelius and Cornelius, Pip, and Ember haven't.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. Of course they will hear it as well.
Do you mention the Argos that you got half of Argos map?
No. I got a piece of paper, something like that. That's not the important part of the story.
Okay. Just checking if he would kind of just get so excited he'd kind of lose track of.
Why
don't you make a roll for it? Just make a single d6. Yeah. We'll do it like a luck roll, and if you get 4, 5, or 6, you roll high. You're good.
Yeah, I roll a 6.
Okay, yeah. So you're very much aware. I should probably keep my mouth shut about that.
He's on his way, and he just glances over to Gwen and changes his tune and buys some deed of IOU papers. I lost them in a gamble in Chesterfield by the sofa.
When you kind of glance at Gwen, you notice that she's paying rapt attention to you. She's heard this story before, but you're getting so animated, and you've got new audience for your stories. You're kind of maybe a bit more animated. You're kind of telling it in a different way than maybe you told it last time. And you're also mentioning new things as well. You're mentioning your time in Downridge, which she might not have heard before. But when you talk about your time on the coming across the merchant who you rescued, I mean, everything you're talking about, when you glance at her, you notice that she's just really focused. She's got a small smile on her face, but she's really, really kind of taking it all in.
Well, Santiago is just going to be happy about that. He's not reading into it as much. She's writing his story. That's good.
Do you give your mustaches a little twirl while?
Of course, always. Need to look good.
Yes. All right. Okay, so basically that happens, and as you get as the day wears on and you get closer to the foot of the stairs into Downridge, you notice that there's quite a lot of bustle happening around along the outskirts of the town, and you notice that there's actually a patrol of an army patrol that's kind of marching and moving around, and you see that they're kind of marching out to each group that's coming towards the town and stopping them briefly and talking to them. They don't look like they're particularly what's the word, aggressive about this. It's not like they're stopping groups at gunpoint or anything like that, but they are kind of approaching and hailing them and stopping them. As you're getting closer, you can kind of see this. And very shortly, they're going to be coming up to you.
I'll button up my coat so my pistols don't show.
Yeah.
I got my pin tip still in my boot, so Humphrey basically completely forgot it about it, like last time.
Cornelius kind of just when he notices that, he kind of glances around. He's checking where his chest is. He even opens it and has a quick glance inside. You can see he's pulling some of the padding that was in there. There was some straw in there to pad the eggs. He actually pulls it out and kind of just drops it onto the floor. And even at one point he kind of does that. Then he kind of walks on for a bit, and then he stops as if he's reconsidering, and he actually upends the chest and kind of gives it a few good whacks just to kind of get it completely empty on the inside. And when he notices you kind of looking at him, he says, you've probably not been to Downridge since the tragedy, have you?
No.
Nope.
The army are very paranoid. They're on the lookout for any trafficking of illegal weapons, illegal substances, illegal creatures, because they're worried these freers, those crazy terrorists who basically messed up everything around here, in case they're getting weapons smuggled to them. So if you've got any weapons that you've got a permit for, you might wanna just drop them now before we get too close. If you want my advice, anyway. And then he kind of just turns and keeps trudging.
I look over at at Humphrey, and what do you say?
Yeah, Humphrey's just trotting a little bit behind and just nestles at his boot and just throws the pin tip into the wilderness, violently littering in the house.
They don't need to go collect the hand; just collect all the weapons lying around. Yeah.
Leaving Downridge is a lucrative journey.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Good. Then Santiago will do the same. Sadly.
Oh, you throw your pistols away?
Oh no! Or can we hide them again?
You can try and hide them.
Do we manage? Yeah.
You've just been told that they're looking for. They're thoroughly looking for contraband.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you think the fairies aren't going to give Slua extra special attention, then by all means try and hide them.
They probably will.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. Hint, hint. Yeah. What do you say? Is it worth it, or should I just get new guns?
You could hide them somewhere out here, next to the stairs.
Yeah.
Before the
Isn't there any way to kind of get permission?
Yeah, how do we do that? I don't know. I've never tried.
Well, pistols are in the book. The pistols are just written down that they're illegal. So I assume it's because it's like a like you're not allowed to carry concealed firearms for just general safety purposes. Other than officers' pistols, and I mean that's Jakob worth you noting as well. You do have an officer's pistol, a ferry officer's pistol, and a ferry officer's pin also on your person.
Yeah, I throw the pin away and I gifted the pistol to Santiago. So
I thought the pin tip. I thought you were saying because the pin tip is also illegal.
The pin tip is illegal. I threw away the pin tip, but the pin, the fencing needle, fencing pin, I kept, of course. Yeah.
So you're gonna keep it with you?
Oh yeah, sure. I get what you mean. Like
it's a ferry officer's pin, which is gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty obvious what it is, especially to the ferry army.
And of course it's the Imperial Army that's patrolling these roads. Yeah.
Mm. So they will probably, and you can't get away with saying you won it in gambling or something like that.
Well, if you won it in gambling, you'd probably get given the papers for it. Maybe you do have the. I mean, I think we could say that you probably have the papers for both of them, the pistol and the pin, because you. Well, actually, you didn't search. You did search his body because he'd been captured by a spider because you took his boots and stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when you got his pistol and his pin, we can say that you also got the paperwork for it.
Okay.
And that's been okay for you to pass in and out of the various like Chesterfield and stuff with them.
Yeah. Then I'll just lose the illegal pistol I have.
Yeah, because then we have the papers for the other pistol, so you still have one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to hide it so you can?
Get it back later? Do we know a good hiding place down here?
Well, we can find one, right? Letha and Humphrey are.
But I'm guessing we're quite close.
You're kind of like an open space right now, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like floorboards, and it's kept like any mushrooms that start sprouting. You assume that patrols are also like actively cutting back mushrooms because it's important that because there's so many people passing through here. There was a big battle that happened on the stairs before. The impression that you get, or at least I guess what you've heard, is that it's kept kind of tidy, or it's kept very very boring and bland for a very specific reason. That's so they can keep an eye on what's happening. No army can kind of sneak up. This is kind of like no man's land. So hiding spaces. I mean, you could find cracks in the floorboards, so you could maybe try and find a specific one and maybe hide them there and think about trying to get them on the way back. That's definitely a possibility here, but there's nothing else before you get near Downridge that's gonna really be a possibility. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it would work.
Then I'll just lose it. It's a thing. It's not that important. I can get a new one.
We will lose some other people on the way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you find
if
you find some criminals, if you want to, pick some fights with some criminals, they'll often have pistols too. I mean, pistols are not that uncommon.
Cool.
I mean, you're kind of sitting on two of them anyway.
Yeah, it looks good on the chest there, but yeah, I'll take away one of them.
You don't have to reload them. You can just shoot a second one.
But then I still have an officer's pistol, right?
Yeah, but we also got the papers for that.
You're keeping that one because you got the paperwork for it, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Actually, pistols do not say illegal as a general rule.
No.
Oh,
it's just.
But one of mine is.
It's just the ones that you've had specifically as loot in the adventure that we've had previously. They were kind of specified as being illegal for whatever reason. So maybe there's no paperwork, I guess, for them. And yeah, it does say pistols It does say that pistols are, like, the description for pistols. It says that they are widespread throughout the house. So you could actually probably buy one later if you really wanted to. The price is only 3 coin, and you've got quite a bit, so
yeah,
you could buy a pistol or even 2 pistols with the paperwork if you wanted to later.
Yeah, I'll try them. I'll lose it at the moment, see what happens.
Okay. All right. So, just to clarify, all the illegal stuff is being just kind of like dropped. You're not trying to hide it anywhere specific. And Humphrey is keeping the officer's pin and the officer's pistol because you've got the paperwork for him.
Yeah.
But I have the pistol, right? Or
yeah.
No, the pistol said illegal on it. Oh, he said he gave you the pistol, but I think.
Yeah.
Are you giving him the pistol then?
Okay.
Yeah, I gave Santiago the pistol like after our adventure at the Pinewood Forest, but for the purposes that I have both permits, I can take the pistol during the inspection. So it's just like
hand it over. But then I have an empty holster on my chest. That doesn't look good at all.
Okay, all right. So the patrol approaches, none of you make any effort to try and run or anything like that, or move. Or I am assuming because it's they're all armed. They're specifically looking for terrorists or people kind of aligned with this like freer terrorist organization. So I kind of see it as like similar to how you would react if you saw like an armed police in an airport nowadays. You're kind of like, I'm a traveler. You know what I mean? Like, you're just, not that you necessarily have anything to hide, although you have kind of like killed some fairies in the past, but they're bad fairies. They don't know that. So they approach and they immediately are asking for all of your identification, because I guess we kind of established that all of you have identification, right? Like papers.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it feel very contemporary. This kind of added detail. But yeah.
But it has been used for a long time. At least in Sweden, you had to have a passport to leave your local church area. So
since when?
Ago.
Like
since actually, I think the Renaissance.
Okay.
You need a permit to leave your hometown.
Yeah. Oh wow. All right. So well, that's fine then. They're kind of checking checking in everything. They're letting you keep walking towards Downridge. They're just kind of like escorting you part of the way, so they're not trying not to hold you up at all. And they give a cursory glance at Snotty, and without asking, they very quickly just like lift some of the flaps and just start looking inside some of the bags. Not really like thoroughly, just kind of quickly glancing inside that there's, it's not stuff with, explosives or full of guns or anything like that. And they like very cursory kind of inspection. They only last for a very short period of time. But you do notice that some of the soldiers are giving Letha and Ember some kind of like the evil eye, if you know what I mean. Like they're giving you the stink eye. They're kind of looking at you in a way that's like they don't really like you very much, and kind of everybody can kind of sense this. There's no need for rolling or anything like that. Yeah. They're not actually doing anything. They're just kind of like, yeah, like staring a little bit. Like we'll say two of the soldiers specifically, and they're kind of alternating between looking at Letha and looking at Ember. Ember's just looking kind of forward in his usual kind of morose sort of mood that he's been in since you've kind of met him. Doesn't really seem to care what's happening around him. He's just kind of like trudging along. How does Letha respond though?
I'm just giving them a quick look over. I'm trying to take notice of specifics, like little things that come to mind that stand out to me, like so I might recognize them later. I don't know, but I think I should take note of their faces.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of make a little mental note of them. They're slightly, both of them are kind of slightly younger, equivalent of like early 20s. But they finish kind of glancing through everything, checking the officers, checking all of your paperwork. He does a double take at the officer's pin on Humphrey's hip, and he does specifically ask for if you've got paperwork for that. And when you show it to him, he kind of like he frowns a bit, but then he kind of shrugs and hands you the papers back. And then they move away and they go kind of patrolling off to find another group.
They were all fairies?
They were all fairies. Yeah, they were soldiers in the Great Imperial Army.
Okay.
Hey,
you'll also
kind of odd. Sorry.
I was just going to say you'll also know that there are two custom houses in Downridge, one on the east side and one on the west side, and they're both maintained by the Great Imperial Army as well. And this is kind of one of the things that was agreed by the treaty, is that the realm, that Saris, she's kind of in charge of she's kind of like rules over the entire house as the head of the High Council. And one of the things of the treaty was that the Great Imperial Army would control the customs houses there at Downridge. So there's a lot of fairies around this part, even though you're not quite in the realm yet. Santiago was saying, sorry.
Yeah.
That was a bit strange.
Hey, I kind of felt kind of odd. They didn't give me the stink eye, but you two guys.
Yeah, well, it's turn for everyone, I guess.
Well, I don't say I mind, but hey, you guys are my friends. And I include Ember at the moment in that comment, so...
Cornelius kind of turns his head as you're walking and says, "Yeah, it's kind of wild when the Slua aren't the bad ones around here, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
I try.
I'm sure you do. It's the sprites who aren't very popular at the moment after the attack.
Okay.
You've heard, right, that the leader of the attack was an Undine?
But were they all just sprites? Or were they also
but they're fighting for the freedom of the upper floor, aren't they? They want independence for the upper floor. So although there's a bunch of other littlings mixed up with them, it's the army, they see it as a very upper floor type of thing, a sprite thing. So
okay.
Not a good time to be a sprite in Downridge. Good thing I'm a boggart, eh? And he gives you a wink, Humphrey.
I give him a stinky eye. Like...
Yeah, well, you chose the company of a sprite, so of two of them actually. So maybe
yeah.
Keep it down a little bit.
He gives Ember a big slap on the back, and he kind of like stumbles forward a bit. You sprites are all right in my eyes, but I'm not a fairy. What do you think, Pip? Pip just shrugs.
Santiago will take out the last quarter of bottle of wine and, bite the cork and spit it away and have a good swing and pass it around.
Yeah. Everybody
I think it
has a...
starts with Letha just to show something, especially.
Yeah.
Why the high spirits, Cornelius? You're not in a bad mood because of the eggs.
Nah, I call it gallows humor.
Well, I'm guessing you have a big network of ways to get more money. So
Downridge is practically my home. I'll be fine here. I can lay low, find another job, avoid those ferry bastards before they come to collect. Or find out what went wrong. And if they do, well, I'll tell them the truth. They won't like it, though.
They gave you an advance payment, did they?
Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. You will recall that he had quite a bit of coin he was handing out when he was hiring you in the first place.
Yeah,
He's a little bit generous with it. Yeah.
I shoot a quick glance to Letha and Santiago. Like, one more party of ferries we have to take care of, or that are after us probably. So. But during the rest of the way, like Humphrey's attention is drawn to the great door and the breeze that comes from there. Like, looking at the...
So you kind of all are aware of the basic layout of the house and the in the realm. I'll bring the map up again for our listeners and watchers. There we go. So the green areas is the realm, the fairy realm, and there's all the way on the left. There's this place called Ferriev that is around the window, and the window is broken. It was broken by a tree that fell down outside and kind of smashed the window open. So there's a constant breeze from that kind of blowing through. I don't know where the other side of the breeze is coming from. Probably another open window somewhere, a partially open window somewhere. Obviously, the front door is open a crack as well, which I've mentioned. So there's kind of a little bit drafty in places in the house. And because the door between where you are now, this kind of entrance hallway, and the dining room, which is the main part of the realm, is kind of open, then there is that breeze kind of coming through. The wind.
Yeah, Humphrey's kind of entranced by the great outdoors.
I mean, have you been here before?
No. I imagine Humphrey just roaming around the hearth, like hunting, scavenging. No, it's not scavenging. Mostly hunting and living in the wilds.
Okay. You've definitely heard from your probably earlier before you became a lone mouse, when you were a younger hunter and kind of with your family. You definitely would have heard stories about Downridge and how it's, because you come from a hunting family too, right? And probably warned about, if you go to Downridge, you might get stuck there because it's hard to get work. It's always been that way. Just the nature of it. You have to get really lucky to find work there. But you've also heard stories of it from maybe like uncles and people who have actually got lucky enough to actually go there with a caravan that was passing through and didn't stop. But yeah, most of the time, most of the hunters that you kind of know avoided Downridge just because it tended to be the terminus point for a contract, if you know what I mean, and hard to leave again. But
Humphreys is the only one of his family who was not born outdoors, outside. So he's the only one born in the house. So his family and basically all the boggarts, most of the boggarts, have quite a history with the outdoors. So this is like a...
When you say the outdoors, you mean like outside the house, right?
Yes. Yeah. The great door to the outside is also... That's where Humphrey is looking at, right?
Okay. Sorry, I thought you meant the door to the realm. Right?
No,
Yeah,
no.
you're getting a glimpse. You're definitely getting a glimpse of sunshine, some trees outside. Only like a sliver, right? Because you're kind of far from it. You're heading... If you look at that map again, you're kind of at the northern edge of that kind of area. But there's a constant sliver visible. Yeah.
probably a rim of light next to the cast on the wall with all the shade of the leaves or something like that from the nearby trees. Something like that, probably. Yeah.
Lisa is also staring at it.
Santiago will walk up to you guys if you're walking slowly or stopping you up, and just look at you guys and look out and let's go someday.
Yeah, it's dangerous out there, but well, the Boggart survived.
We are dangerous.
Yeah, for now. But well, there's always a bigger bug out there, and the garden is full of them. As far as I heard.
Yeah, but I really wonder how it is, though.
Yeah. I heard stories from my dad and my uncles and my brothers, but well, can't really tell if they just made it up to tease me or if there is a grain of truth in it, but seems to be pretty rough.
I need to hear those stories someday. That sounds interesting.
One day, Santiago.
Like really stories of water coming down and just killing people.
Wow.
Giant.
Water is dangerous. I prefer beer.
I mean, I imagine raindrops being like a really tough source of death. Just so little.
Was it Honey, I Shrunk the Kids when it's like raining these massive drops of rain? I think.
Yeah.
That could be.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also during the fall when they say stuff drops from trees, huge, and Humphrey makes a gesture, just huge things just falling down, crushing into the earth, burying houses beneath them. Really
wow.
Weird. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a walnut tree at home, and it's the walnuts that fall are like loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We noticed. Well, I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the beast.
Oh no.
Or wasp.
It's all right. I just don't want to imagine the effects of bird poop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gross. Oh man. Yeah.
Squash.
Well, you can make it burn for at least a week or something like that, I suppose. When you will
Probably.
Good source of whitewash, maybe.
No.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Manure.
All right. I'm gonna cut in a bit here and move us a little bit forward before we spend half our session not even getting to scene 1.
No, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. So you do arrive to a queue that's forming up outside of the East customs house. And there's not a lot of people in front of you, maybe like 2 groups in front of you, 2 like caravans, more or less, or whatever, groups of people. And you're waiting for maybe about half an hour, and you kind of see that they are being extremely thorough here, where the previous guards were kind of just giving us like a cursory glance through the bags and stuff. Here they're actually, it looks like they are going through every single one. And the number of guards here, the like customs guards, are there's quite a few of them, and they are looking very, very what's the word? Maybe borderline paranoid. They're very twitchy. They have their keyskets kind of like half raised, so they're not kind of pointing at the ground. They're on like high alert, it seems. Which is kind of odd because the attack on the banister happened months and months and months ago. It was a while ago. So you're not really sure why they're like this. Maybe there have been other things that have been happening with the freers. You're not sure. Cornelius is not talking to you at all, so there's no chance to question him. If you even do try and talk to him, he just kind of shushes you and looks very, very serious now. Like he's putting on his serious face, whatever. No more joviality, no more chatting, no more looking excited. He just kind of is focused on getting through this like checkpoint. And after, I don't know, half an hour or so, it's your turn. And like half an hour of waiting in a queue is a long time because they are literally going through everything. Mm-hmm. And you do notice that they are actually like thoroughly searching the people as well. Not every single person, but quite a few of them. So you have a feeling you're probably going to be searched quite thoroughly here. In the half hour before it's your turn, do you want to do anything specific? They're also kind of half keeping an eye on everybody, in the queue as well. So if you try and like ditch anything now, there's a strong chance they might notice you trying to do it as well. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll count my coins. That's important.
You count your coins. How many coins have you got, Santiago?
16.
You've counted them 3 times now since you've been in the queue, and you're pretty sure that's the right number. But you have to count that one more time just in case. Just in case. And you're doing it. You're maybe doing it. Are you kind of doing it in a flashy way so that everyone can kind of notice that you're counting your coins?
Oh, well, yeah, he's not that smart. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So that's also noticed by the customs guards as well. They're also wearing the uniform of the Great Imperial Army as well. So these are also fairies in uniform. They're not like some sort of special militia or anything like that. And then it's your turn. They come up. They are immediately asking for papers. Cornelius kind of steps ahead of you. And in his head, you've hired him, so he's kind of like in charge of this expedition. You get the impression that's kind of how he thinks. I'll tell you that's how he thinks, of course, as players.
Let him do this.
He hands his paperwork over first. They kind of like, you can see that they're checking the papers. They ask him a couple of questions. Then they kind of they search him, and he's kind of like lifts his hands up. They kind of pat him down. He has a weapon on him. I don't know. Let's say he's got a pistol on him. He's got a paperwork for it. It's fine. They let him through. Pip, it seems like with Pip, they just take a cursory glance at his paperwork. They don't even search him. They just let him through. Pip's a fairy, of course. Ember is a different story. Ember, looks like his face is like he's been slapped about. Like he just looks like depressed and mad, and I don't know, there's been a slight change that's come over him as you've been sitting here stewing for half an hour waiting to kind of get through the line. And when they're starting to question him, you can hear he's kind of like he's getting more and more snappy with his answers as they're talking to him. And in the end, they kind of grab him quite roughly, throw him to the side where 2 other guards kind of like into the arms of 2 other guards. And they basically frog march him off to the customs, the quite long customs building. Next.
Oh, shit. I think he's really didn't do me a good service here.
Who's next? Who's stepping forward?
I'm stepping forward.
Okay. I would try to shove
better
myself
get
in
this
front
through.
of you, but
All right.
you could probably be quicker than I am. So
He's holding the one at the front's holding his hands out. Papers.
Yeah. I'm shoving all the papers into his hand. I'm also loosening the straps of every bag that I have to let them just look through it and make access easier. And I'm just as polite as I can.
What's your name? Your name is written in your paperwork.
It's Letha. I know. Oh, God,
Letha what?
What is my last name?
Flamel.
Give me a second. Letha Flamel.
What are you doing here in Downridge? What's your purpose for coming here?
Well, we were accompanying these fine gentlemen to guide them safely here.
You're friends with the other salamander we've just taken into custody, are you?
Yeah.
He glances and nods at another person, and 2 guys walk up to you and just grab you and pull you off away.
I try to step in between.
Yep.
Me as well.
I'm like, guy. I'm just diffusing. Guys,
they immediately are raising their keyskets at you when the 2 of you kind of step forward.
What are you going to do with her? I asked the the guy with the papers.
We need to ask her some more questions.
You ask them here.
Can't be too careful. Papers.
Give him my
While
papers.
while this is happening, Leaf
close
is being
watch.
taken away.
I shoot a quick glance over my shoulder to you, see if you're okay.
I'm kind of just trying to diffuse the situation, being like, hey, let them do their job. Don't start a fight in here. We are going to lose it. Yeah.
Yeah, I give him my papers.
I'm also sure they kept my weapon and my paperwork and just dragged me away.
Yep. We'll come back to you, don't worry.
Yeah.
I shoot him
Yeah, what's your purpose for coming to Downridge, Mr. Lockwood?
accompanied these gentlemen here as guides and protection, and heading further up the stairs as a protection and as guides for Miss Summers here.
He glances at Gwen. You got he kind of shuffles through the papers a bit and pulls out. You notice the paperwork for the officer's pin. I recognize the make of that pin. Strange for a hunter, a boggart hunter, to be in possession of an officer of a fairy officer's pin. How'd you come by this?
Well, won a bet. Played some cards at an inn, and won. After the last round, he couldn't pay with anything else, so wagered his pin and his pistol. Got lucky.
He gestures over while you're talking, and another fairy comes over, bespectacled. That's a tongue twister. And with a ledger, and he says, "Make a note of this. Make a note of the maker's mark on this pin. Humphrey Lockwood." He kind of shows him your identification, just in case we've got a record of it. Yep. All right. Okay. He kind of gestures for you to pat you down, so that he doesn't do it, but another guard steps forward and pats you down. You complying?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, they don't really find anything other than what you had the paperwork for, so they kind of he kind of waves you through that you can kind of continue on.
Yeah, I would stay there until all of my group are cared about, and I would ask for Letha's papers once we are done.
So not quite yet.
Yeah. But
they took Letha's papers with them when they went in with Letha.
Okay.
Santiago, are you going to go next, or are you going to let Gwen go before you?
I'll look at her. If she's really keen, I'll wait for her. Otherwise, I'll just...
She looks really nervous, but you kind of get the impression she kind of takes a half a step forward. She doesn't want to go last.
I'll let her go first.
Yeah. So she steps forward. The guard asks for her papers. While he's looking at her papers, she kind of hands her bag to one of the guards who kind of wants to go through it, and he's pulling out all of her books, like books, where are your weapons? Where are your? Yeah, I'm expecting to find weapons with paperwork to go alongside them. And he just kind of shrugs, and he kind of hands one of her notebooks to the guard, and while the guard was kind of looking through her paperwork, takes the notebook, opens it, kind of just flicks through it. Gwen's about to protest, but she's kind of stopping herself because she kind of realizes maybe it's not a good idea. And then he says, hands the notebook back to the guard, who stuffs it back into her bag, and says, "Miss Summers, if you'll follow my colleague here." And they start heading, taking her off towards the same building that Letha was being taken towards.
Hey, Blushes, is everything okay?
She'll be fine. Papers, please.
I still look at Gwen.
Papers, please.
I'll hand it over and says, my name is Santiago Garcia Velfredo Eduardo Ramirez Villar.
You hear much under his breath. I hate Slua. So what am I supposed to call you? Mr. What? I'll go with Villar. It's the last one
Mr. Villar.
listed here.
Yeah.
What's your
It's
purpose?
my father's name. You might remember it.
What's your purpose for coming here, Mr. Villar?
I work as an assistant to Miss Summers, along as the two other people you just checked.
An assistant?
Let's say protector.
He glances at one of the other officers. So they're both. There's like two officers here. The other one kind of nods to him. You kind of see this kind of like look pass between them. He says, "I think we have some more questions for you as well, Mr. Villar." And two guards come forward and take your lancetta off of you.
Mm-hmm. I will need that back.
Yes. All in good time. Just follow my colleagues into the building. Next, and your caravan is basically your caravan is basically through the checkpoint, with obviously 3 of you being taken in for questioning. Well, 4 I should say, because Ember's been taken in as well. So before we cut into the customs house, what's Humphrey doing right now?
Humphrey stands there kind of bewildered because he's now the one who's alone, and he's usually used to be alone, but not with all his friends getting taken away by the officials. So he's like, should I run after them? Should I try to free them? Something like, but that would be not work. It would be stupid. And there's all that luggage probably, right? Everything that so he just
Snotty's kind of like right next to you. Snotty's papers were all in order.
Snotty, yeah. Nothing to hide. Then I would grumbling and always shooting glances over to the buildings where Letha, Santiago, and Gwen were taken. I put the luggage on Snotty and the rest on my own shoulders, and stay in the vicinity, but out of the queue, just waiting.
So, at some point, you kind of realize that Cornelius and Pip are gone. They didn't stick around. They're just not there anymore. You haven't really been keeping. You're kind of more worried about where's like Snotty's here. Let me find a place to kind of make sure Snotty's out of the way, and I need to find a spot where I can wait and kind of keep an eye on the place. All that kind of stuff's going through your head. You're not really thinking about where's Cornelius, where's Pip, because you didn't mention either of them. So they basically they weren't waiting with you. They're not waiting for Ember. They've basically just buggered off.
Humphrey's way too worried about his friends then.
Sure. Well, I mean, you do notice that at some point, like, oh yeah, where's Cornelius? And it's like, oh, he's not here, and neither's Pip.
Yeah.
So
I did not expect him to be a good company furthermore. So,
Okay.
And he paid us everything he wanted to pay us, so there is no outstanding debts. So, Humphrey's really worried. Like, bound the mouse somewhere and just walking circles, sort of.
Yep. Pacing. Yep.
Yeah.
Letha, just to throw it out there, Letha's contract is completed as well. You've brought them successfully to, we brought Cornelius specifically to Downridge. Okay, so let me take this map away so we can see the character art. Inside the customs house, you're kind of all taken to separate rooms. No, let's scratch that. You're all put together in a single cell, a large cell, and you're sharing it with a couple of other people that are in there already. And Letha, you're slightly horrified to realize one of them. It's Esther Flyver, a sylph hunter. And she's just super annoying. And you're just like realize, oh no, when she kind of clocks you. Letha! Letha! And she comes rushing over to you. She takes a breath like that, and as she takes a breath like that, she kind of rises a little bit off the ground as she's inadvertently, like, you know, pulling air into her lungs, which is what the sylph do to float. lets her breath out, and kind of like floats gracefully over, like right up close to you, right into your personal space. Letha, Letha! She places a hand on your shoulder. Very light. It's a very light touch. Her hair, she has this kind of like flowing, it's kind of like an aqua color, like bluey green, like mane of hair. It's just, it's big. It's big. And it's kind of like gently undulating in a, if there was a breeze, you'd expect like there's a breeze blowing through, but there's no breeze in here. It's just kind of like, yeah. That's another annoying thing about her. Maybe some people feel this about the sylphs anyway. It's a little bit annoying, is that their hair is always so glamorous. It's like, you know, it's like you have to hang out with Prince all the time, you know. It's just like, it'd be cool on the one hand, but on the other hand, it'd be like everybody would just be paying attention. Like, Prince is so cool, right? And so sexy. Not that she's necessarily sexy. She's just annoying. She's annoying, and she's got this hair kind of just, you know, undulating about, and it kind of, when you're like look at her, it's hard not to, like, your eyes are distracted, like keep going up to her hair. It's kind of mesmerizing a little bit. Anyway, what are you doing here? Did you do something? Did you do something naughty? She's really loud as well.
No. Probably the same as you. Just being
what? Being naughty? I
That's
was a
right.
naughty girl.
Yeah, of course you are.
So were you a naughty girl as well? Did you steal something?
No.
Oh. Well, what did you do? Why are you in here?
Yeah, well, I just traveled here.
Yes, well, you obviously
That's
stole
all.
something. Did you have something in your pocket that you didn't have papers for? A pistol maybe, or a pin tip?
Are you eager to search me? Because you're touching me all the time.
Well, maybe later. She gives you a wink.
Yeah, feeling like you're having your naughty streak kind of again.
So what did you do? Just traveling? That doesn't make any sense.
Of course it does. I'm accompanying expeditions. That's what I do. So traveling, yes, absolutely makes sense. You should.
That
try
makes sense, but
sometimes.
it doesn't make sense that you're in here, though, does it? So why are you in here?
I don't know.
Well, figure it out. Come on, I'll help you figure it out. Maybe your expedition was doing something bad. Ooh.
Maybe it's racism, and I do sparkly fingers.
No. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. This is Downridge. This is the realm. No.
Yeah, but you know what happened, and they're kind of not really happy about the sprites currently.
Wow. They're not
Didn't
happy
you
about...
notice people giving you the stink eye? Of course you didn't. I mean, you're fabulous.
No.
and all.
Stink eye? No. I've been getting a lot of looks, but that's because I'm so sexy. And she gives her head
Yeah,
a little flick, and her hair just kind of goes like, va-boom, va-boom, va-boom. If it can make a sound, that would be the sound it makes.
Bubblegum. Yeah.
Good gracious.
So she puts her hand around your shoulders and kind of tries to lead you over. There's like a bench on one side. She's kind of trying to lead you over to the benches. Are you going to let her pull you along? Are you going to resist?
I'm kind of trying to actually stay with my friends. But
Okay.
if she persists,
She's
if
persisting.
she's like urging, I'm like, well, I can't go anywhere else, so I'm kind of just drifting along with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She pulls you over to the bench and sits you down, and like next to her, and she's like right next to you, like your like thighs are touching, and she's got her arm still around your shoulder, and she whispers in your ear, "You can tell me. What did you do? What did you do? Go on. I won't tell a soul. I promise."
Yeah, honestly, I just traveled. I just told you. So what did you steal?
Well, just things. Some coin. Maybe maybe a purse, and I forgot to take the papers out of it. Just that sort of thing. Sometimes I get a little bit carried away.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. If you
It's
steal
fine though.
from
It's not the
people.
first time it's happened. They'll let me out after a few days, and if not, then I'll just
A few days.
Yeah, I've only been here for 3, so probably 1 or 2 more, and then they'll let me out. I mean, they got the coin back. They just have to find the guy I lifted it from and give it back to him, and he just needs to take one look at me, and he'll drop all charges. I'm sure of it. This is not the first time this has happened.
Of course, of course. So they keep you for days. Do they keep everyone for days? Do you have company that stayed with you for the last
Oh no,
few days?
No, it just. I mean, I've only been here for a few days. So there's been other people in and out. Most people don't. Most people are only in here for a few hours.
Oh, but they keep you for days. Well, let me guess, because you're sexy and they want to look at you.
Of course. I mean, look at me.
Of course. Yes, I did. Yeah, you're kind of basically sitting on my lap right now. So how could I not?
Yeah. Let's just cut very quickly over to Santiago. What's Santiago doing while this is happening?
I'm guessing I came in a bit after Gwen as well, so I come into seeing like they going over sitting down or something like that. I go, "What, Gwen? No, Blushes. What is happening here?"
I don't know, but they've got my books. They haven't given me my books back.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about... Yeah, I was talking about the situation with Letha and...
She seems kind of like a little... She kind of looks distracted. She kind of glances over to Letha. I don't know. Letha has a friend in here. But they've got my books, Santiago. My books. My notes.
Yeah, and we need to get those back, of course.
What if they're going through them and they smear the pages?
Well, would they? Aren't they
Santiago,
respectable elves?
have you ever written in a notebook before?
In someone else's, maybe.
Well, a couple of times, yeah.
I mean, you've definitely like put like an X in a couple of before,
Yeah.
And you've done some sort of spidery scrawl, which you've said was, that's my entire name,
Yeah, exactly. Practice that a lot. Need to get a good signature. Yeah, a couple of times. Do you mean it isn't the ink dry yet?
Well, you have to sprinkle it with some sand, and you have to wait for it to dry. And even then, if it's if the fingers are a bit wet, or somebody's been drinking from a tankard and the tankard is sweating from condensation. The fingers are a bit wet, and you touch the ink. It doesn't matter if it's been dried with it.
Blushes.
I can't think about it right now. I can't think about anybody touching my notes right now.
Hey, look at the odd self over there talking to Letha. Isn't that intriguing?
She glances at the two of them and kind of glances back out of the cell. Yes. It's fascinating. Santiago.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you think if I ask, they'll give me my books back? I don't want to make things worse for us.
No, I don't think they will do that. They will even keep them longer. I think it's best that they will talk to you, and then you will explain if they have disturbed your research. We can solve that problem then.
Okay.
In loads of fun ways.
She's trying to take control of her emotions. Well, I guess I can't do anything about it anyway. I won't say anything then.
That
Just
worked.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to draw attention to anything. Just because if I
Exactly.
do, then they'll just handle them even more. No, nope, nope, nope.
That's smart.
You've realized
Yeah.
you've never seen Letha. Sorry, you've never seen Gwen without books on her
No.
person. This is the first time you've ever seen her without a book like tucked into like the hem of her skirt, or in a little like a day bag or a satchel or something with notes or paper kind of spilling out. It's very unusual to see her like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of attached to those, aren't you?
You've noticed, have you?
Of course.
Men kind of attached to them.
Well, they have my father's sword, and if I don't get that back, that's gonna be some problem.
Santiago,
it's the same
you
situation.
can buy another sword. I can't buy my notes back. Do you understand the difference here? You say your father's sword, but it's just a thing.
Yeah.
You can buy another one. It can look exactly the same. It can be made to look exactly the same. But my notes.
Well, the knowledge is in your head, right? They can't take that away.
Well, not all of it. How do I explain this to someone like you who's never been... I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but sometimes you write things down so you don't have to hold them in your head. I don't know if that makes any sense, but... Well, I do that anyway. It's called getting things done.
Oh, yikes.
She doesn't say that.
Sometimes it's really uncomfortable with that situation and what's happening over there, and he doesn't really
Welcome to
know
the
what to
club.
do. Yeah. Well, but okay.
What do you call
well-
yourselves? The uncomfies.
Yeah.
At that moment, a guard comes up to the cell, and everybody stops talking, I assume, as they're looking like, oh. This is a ferry officer. It's a woman, and she's kind of glances in, kind of looks at each of you, and says, focuses on Gwen. Gwen Summers, come with me, please. She doesn't seem to be so harsh as some of the other guards seem to have been, but of course she's not outside. Everyone who's come in here is already kind of in detention in a way, so maybe that's why. But she opens the cell, lets Gwen out, closes the cell again. She looks at Santiago and gives you a slight smile before turning.
I smile back.
In fact, she also looks over to Letha and gives you a slight smile too.
I give her puppy eyes. I want to get out.
Yeah, you're in good hands. Everybody needs a friend. Come on. By the way, this is your terrible things. You've bumped into somebody
as much.
who wastes your time. So, yeah.
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 Um,
Totally get that.
Gwen is taken away. She's taken away for, 10 minutes go past. 15 minutes go past. The guard comes
Santiago
back
will go over. Okay, yeah, sorry.
before 15 minutes go past.
Yeah, I will try to save Slippers over there.
Yeah, how? What are you going to do?
Hey, Slippers. What do you think is happening with our boss?
Santiago, and I'm kind of getting out to get to you. I'm pretty sure she's following. I'm pretty sure that Esther is just tagging along.
Yeah, you get this. I mean, she's super silent if she wants to be because she's a sylph. But you definitely, there's like the sixth sense, like the hairs on the back of your neck tingling, like someone like right behind my shoulder.
I'm pretty sure she's wearing a bit of perfume that I can smell is constantly waving around me throughout her hair.
No, she's not. She doesn't have much of a scent other than just whatever, just an airy neutral scent. We'll say.
Well, I guess she has to explain why she's here. is hopefully getting her things back and then is allowed to go out.
Hopefully, yeah.
And
you seem to have
the same with us.
friends here. I look over your shoulder.
Yeah, why don't we say, and hope... This is Carmen, when Letha says, and hopefully us too, you hear just behind your left ear a little... a little giggle. So, after 15 minutes go by... the same guard comes back to the cell, not with Gwen, and she opens it and she says, Letha Flamel. Oh, wait a moment. I see you're making friends. Santiago.
Okay, yeah. I go up and introduce myself, of course.
And as you kind of step forward, Letha feels a hand on her shoulder. Come, let's sit down. You'd better to be in here with me than to be questioned by those fairies, right? Come.
Not so sure about this, but yeah. Let's just sit down. And I'm
she totally misses that. Yeah, that's slight. Yeah,
just trying to get this time to pass.
All right. So, Santiago is taken into a room. Gwen's not in the room. But you do notice that your Lancetta is propped up in the corner of the room. There are two guards waiting in here. One of them is standing quite deliberately between you and the Lancetta. They are wearing an officer's pin, and they have their hand resting lightly on the hilt of the pin. The other guard, because you're kind of probably looking, has a pistol, like an officer's pistol, and they kind of gesture to a chair across from a table.
Under his breath, he says, "Oh, that's cute."
Okay, I mean they can hear that. It's a small room.
Okay. Totally okay.
You see the officer who's sitting opposite the table from where they want you to sit down. They have your papers out too. You see them squint slightly when you say that, and just the atmosphere feels just a little bit tense in here. Do you sit down?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So,
well,
what brings you, Santiago Villar, as Slua? And when they say Slua, it's like Slua, like they're saying a distasteful word. Here to Downridge. You say you're accompanying Miss Summers as her guard. Is that right?
Yeah. That is totally correct.
And what's your destination? Because are you staying in Downridge? Or are you passing through somewhere else?
No, well,
Are you going back to the basement where you belong?
Oh, no, that would be all too boring. I am accompanying Miss Summers up over the stairs and upward onwards to her final destination. As long as she pays
two
me,
guards
I will follow.
The two guards share a glance to each other. Upstairs, eh?
Yeah. I've heard that they have some kind of other academy up there also. I would be loved to visit that.
Yes, well, they pull out a wanted poster from Chesterfield. It has a Slua on it with a tricorn hat and a funny looking nose. I'm just going to show what this poster looks like. Give me 1 second.
That's fun.
Whoa. Why is Vivaldi coming up? Wrong one. Sorry. There we go. Sorry, it's that one.
No.
They hold it up. They look at it.
Yeah.
They look at you. Then they look very deliberately at your Lancetta. Is this you, Santiago.
Doesn't look like me, and
They
No,
they
I don't think
cover they cover the nose.
Hmm?
Does look a bit like you if you ignore the nose.
well, the clothes are also very disheveled.
Can you give me some sort of a roll here? Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, and I'm quite skilled at lying nowadays.
Oh yes, I am. Yeah, you're one. I mean, it's good that Humphrey's not in here, right?
I killed a ferry officer and his friends, and I made a pact with a spider.
Will you let me out already? I'm sweating in this tiny room. I'll tell you what you need to know. Just let me out of here.
Oh, that session I would watch. Oh yeah. Is it?
So I mean, if you're trying to, I think it's probably more like it's more like eloquence, because eloquence has to do with deceiving others with your silver tongue and swaying, persuading, bargaining.
Mm. So
you're
3
trying
dice,
to change their opinion.
Right?
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna use that free reroll. Because then I don't need a
gain a free reroll when lying.
Result.
Yeah, perfect liar.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had one success. I got a pair.
Okay.
I'm not gonna risk that.
With 3 dice, it's kind of very risky. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
okay.
So, yeah, no. I've heard about that guy in Chesterfield, but he snuck around and wasn't very eloquent, I think.
Yes. Well, they kind of glance at each other again. I guess you're not the only Sluagh walking around with a Lancetta. Very well.
Oh.
They hand you your Lancetta. You're free to go.
Thank you very much.
Miss Summers, I believe, is waiting for you just outside.
And all her books are on solid?
Of course they are.
So, thank you. Yeah. And on the way out, I'll check my coin purse again.
Okay. They actually take you out a different way away from where the cells were, so it's kind of out a side door. Where Gwen is waiting. It's actually on the other side of the house from where Humphrey was kind of standing on the side of the house where you went in, and it's kind of like a one-way system. You go in one door, you come out the other end. It's quite a long building. Gwen is not happy.
What has happened?
Santiago, they let you out. She opens her bag. One of my books is missing.
What book?
My notebook with all my notes about Argo.
Then let's talk to them. Less politely.
I've already said something to them. They basically pretended like they didn't know what I was talking about. They said they gave me everything back that was in my bag. They showed me an inventory of my bag, and my notebook is not on the inventory. I've already tried.
I'm guessing that your try is better than mine in that situation.
I don't know.
Do we know which guard it was?
No, of course.
I remember they took it out specifically.
They had my books out when they were asking me questions, and I didn't see my notebook then, so we've been in the cell for how long? Half an hour?
10 minutes, half an hour, yeah. Was it the same notebook that the guard checked at the table when we were checking in?
Yes, that's the notebook they took out.
Mm-hmm. Then probably they have the book instead of these bastards.
Well, back at the... you mean the ones checking people as they're coming in?
Exactly.
Can you go look? See if you can see my book around anywhere?
I certainly will.
Okay, we'll cut back
I'll
over
see
to
if I
Leith.
can find Humphrey.
Yeah. And you can definitely find Humphrey. That's fine. As you start kind of wandering, Humphrey will see you. We'll cut to Letha very quickly. Shortly after that happens, they come to the same guard comes to the cell. She opens it. She looks at you, and then she says, "Ember." And Ember goes away, and you're like, "Oh my god." Esper is like, "Ooh, this is exciting. Nobody else is coming back. Do you think that means they've been freed, or do you think they've killed them?" Probably not. I'm just joking. Don't worry. It'll be fine. You've got nothing to hide. That's what you said. You're just here on very legitimate business, of course.
Yeah. So, I'm still worried about my friends.
Yes, but you've got friends in here too. Don't worry about it, Letha.
Right.
I won't leave you alone. Unless they free me, of course, then I'll have to leave you alone. But for now, I won't leave you alone. And she kind of gives your shoulder a very close squeeze, and you can feel like she's trying to pull her to like do like a cheek touch to you. And I assume you're like kind of pulling your head away, like.
I'm kind of just not. It's in a polite way, but it's like, oh, really, please don't.
Okay, let's cut back outside while you're having just the most awkward time with Esper. Humphrey and Santiago reunite. Do you have a plan? Do you just want to kind of
go back? Where are the others?
Leith is still inside. They stole one of Gwen's notebooks, the one important one where she has all the recent notes. And it might be in the guard by the table. Have they changed guards since we went in?
No, they haven't.
I didn't really look. Yeah.
Not that you're aware of.
Yeah.
They look the same, like the same guards. I mean, they're all in uniform, so it's not super easy to tell, but you think they're the same.
I don't think so.
Gwen is waiting by the door over there. You could either go over there, and I'll keep an eye on the thieving elf or the fairy.
Why don't you both? You can see them from here. Why don't you both give me a test?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to figure out whether it's investigation, or, yeah, I think it's going to be investigation roll.
Investigation. Oh, there are 3 dice.
Oh, same as me then.
Not really caution, maybe, Matt? Caution, because we're very... Not maybe caution, because...
Yeah, sure, I'll allow it. I'll allow caution.
Yay.
Nice.
That's a die more for me.
It's one of the Humphrey's maxed out skills.
No. One basic.
Oh, those are three basics, so that's a critical, right?
Ooh.
3 of a kind? 3 of a kind is a critical,
Oh.
Yeah, but also, no, 3 basics, like two pair,
Oh.
3 pairs.
3 pair.
It's also critical, right?
Yeah, it counts as a critical. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a crit.
Yeah. So Santiago is kind of like, you're kind of looking, you think, you don't really see her notebook. Humphrey,
Nope.
You're kind of moving slightly like around a bit more. You definitely get a much better view of things. And you're pretty sure her notebook is not, if her notebook was, you've seen her notebook. It's kind of like bulging with papers inside. Mm-hmm. It's not like a small notebook you could just slip into a pocket. It's kind of bulky, and you're pretty sure the only book out there is the ledger that one of this whatever you would call them, the kind of accountant sort of type officer, a junior officer was carrying, and doesn't look anything like her notebook. Yeah. You've seen her notebook often enough on your travels.
Yeah, of course.
And you're pretty certain it's not out here. There's very few places they could hide it. They'd have to stuff it up one of their inside one of their uniforms, and it's so bulky you'd almost certain you'd see it. So you're pretty sure it's not here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not here. They must have brought it inside. All right. So what are we gonna do next? Like,
I'll
should
wait for
we
the others,
maybe
but my best plan is to grab one of those when they go off the shift and force them to tell us what they did.
Yeah.
But that might be just my way to do stuff.
Yeah, you think
fun
any
way.
TriStart of them? Any of them TriStart? Could be.
Could be.
Could not be.
Could be.
Anyway, if the Imperial fairies are about to get their hand onto any of those Argonaut stuff, I mean, they would be really interested in that too, and they got the whole army behind them. So,
well,
all right.
I'll keep an eye out on these two, and if you grab the others.
Okay, I go over to Gwen, and we should get our stuff somewhere, but I didn't want to leave you. But
Yeah, Humphrey
Gwen
and
was
Paul
staying with
stumbling
Snotty while
out.
you were looking around too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going back
Yeah,
to Gwen
okay.
and proposing to find something like a place to sleep, but well, Humphrey's still too on edge about everything, just so he wouldn't leave.
So you're gonna wander into the town to look for an inn or something, or?
Yeah, he would not actually. He would propose it to Gwen, but also it would be a bad idea to let Gwen go alone. So they would basically just stand there until Letha came back. So
There's
Humphrey's
kind of a
really jumpy also.
You're kind of right on the outskirts of the town, and there's nothing that's really too close to that's been built or is anywhere near like too close to this customs house. Probably not allowed to build too close to it. So there's not a lot of people like loitering around, but just inside where you can see the road going into the town, it starts to become quite bustling, and there's a kind of a hubbub of noise, just standard like town noise coming from deeper inside, deeper into the town. But let's cut back very quickly to Letha.
Yeah, please, absolutely.
Ember is brought back and is taken back and placed back into the cell. He looks just even more dejected than before. And when they open the door to let him through, the guard looks over to you, gives you a kind of sympathetic smile, and says, "Letha, it's your turn now."
All right. No, I'll follow him.
It's a her. Yep.
Oh, all right. I follow her.
She's the kind of friendlier seeming fairy officer. She takes you to a room, and there are two fairy officers inside. You can see your Keysket is kind of leaning up against the wall, similar sort of setup to Santiago as I just described. They gesture for you to sit down.
I do.
Letha Flamel. I recognize that name. Why do I recognize that name? Are you famous?
No, not really, but I'm from a family of hunters, and I also have been here like 1 or 2 times.
You've been here
accompanying
before, have you?
expeditions.
When was the last time you were
I've been
here?
with a guide. Well, many months ago. I think over a year.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe...
I've never been further, actually, just, accompanying people who wanted to get here.
Were you here around the time of the tragedy? Do you know when that was?
It's not, actually.
You definitely weren't. You heard about it when you were in the hearth.
Yeah, I heard about it. I mean, of course, everyone heard about it. But I was born and raised in the hearth, so...
Mm-hmm. Yes, all right. I'm just trying to figure out when it was. I think it was more than a year ago, actually, the tragedy. Anyway.
Yeah.
I just saw the chat.
During our first adventure, basically, it was simultaneously, right? Like
It's chapter 2. Chapter 2.
Staff and Juju.
But-
it wasn't chapter 2.
Between chapter 1 and chapter 2. So it was like
All right.
like right after the first one, yeah.
Yeah, we heard of it at least. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So it's been a lot longer than I was last here.
How do you feel about fairies, Miss Flamel?
don't really have much of an opinion. I've worked with some.
Oh, no.
Some were nice, some weren't.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the
Same as Boggart's.
How do you feel about the Astravia Treaty and the High Council?
Oh, we didn't hear you, Carmen?
How much do I know about that, actually?
A lot. It's like the big event that ended the first household war, established the treaty established a treaty, a peace between all of the littlings in the house.
Yeah.
And the High Council is a council made up of a mix of all the littlings. So there's and this is specifically what the freers, the terrorists, are against the treaty. They don't agree with the treaty. They want independence from the realm.
But was I born when that was forged?
Yes. Yeah, wasn't that long ago.
I was pretty young, right?
You would have been younger, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it was the end of the household war, right? So it must have been like just a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
When we started all these open borders and traveling freely around the house was very new when we started the campaign.
Well, the year that we're in right now is the year 8. And it's 8 years since, I think, since the treaty.
Yeah, and I'm now 21. So
yeah. So
right.
yeah, so you would have been like an early teenager kind of, I guess, like 12, 13, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's
I mean, but that like the war would have been happening just before then, and the war would have been like a big event. Very tense everywhere. You might not have had a lot to do with it specifically, but it would have, I mean, definitely been.
I was a child, so but still, well, I was a teenager when that was forged, and I'm happy the war ended. It was terrible for everyone. My father was wounded. It was really a tragedy, and I took care for him. So I was happy that things ended.
Mm-hmm. Likely story. And you're heading back up to the upper floor with your colleagues, I assume. Is that your destination?
Miss Summers to her destination.
So, a sprite heading back to the upper floors after a period of time here on the ground floor. It's a little bit suspicious.
I have
Don't you
never
think?
actually been up.
Oh, yeah.
I was born and raised in the hearth, so I have no connection to the freedoms.
Don't lie to us, Miss Flamel.
I don't. You can look into my papers. It's standing right in there. It's written.
I can see what's written here, but I don't believe it. Not for a minute.
Okay.
You're going to be sent back to your cell. I want you to think long and hard about giving us some straight answers the next time we talk to you. We'll let you stew in there for a bit.
Lie.
Oh, no. We want the truth from you, Miss Flamel.
I just told you the truth.
All I've heard from you is a pack of lies.
But how do you discern that? Do you have any proof that what I told you is wrong?
I'm not here to debate you, Miss Flamel. I'm here to get the truth of why a sprite like you wants to head back up to the upper floors for no good reason. Accompanying Miss Summers, you say.
The reason is that I'm hired.
How many guards does a little scholar need? It's all very suspicious.
Obviously, as much as she deems right. It's not for me to judge.
You've been flagged for additional questioning, and one of my colleagues wants to ask you some questions. They'll be here tomorrow, so make yourself comfortable. And as long as you are tell the full truth, then you'll have nothing to worry about.
First thing is that you should believe it, and not just what you think.
The other guard opens the door, and the other one who was with you, sorry, the female guard who had taken you out, who was kind of looking a bit sympathetic, she's kind of there waiting, and as she takes you back towards the cell, she kind of like holding you kind of strongly by the arm, so you can't really like run. She kind of leans in a bit, and you hear her whisper, "Don't worry. You've got friends in here."
Thanks. This is awful.
Yes. That'll be enough of that. No talking, prisoner. She says quite loudly, and then she opens the door and not roughly or anything, just kind of like with a hand on your back pushes you inside and closes the door. Okay, should we take a quick break?
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll carry on. We're kind of just finished scene 2 of 6 possible scenes that I've done in prep, so we'll see how far we get.
Yeah.
I wanted this to be like a short bit of time in Downridge before you're actually heading onto the stairs, so we'll see how long this takes. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. We'll catch everyone back in 10 minutes, I guess. So just before 10 o'clock. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See you in 10 minutes.
See you.
All right. So, Letha's back in her cell. We're going to cut back outside of the custom house to Humphrey and Santiago and Gwen, of course, and Snotty. Yeah, you've kind of been... Humphrey, you've been outside for like well over an hour now.
Did we end the break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
live.
Sorry, I didn't.
We're live with
my-
volume and everything. Yep. Yep.
Sorry. Yeah.
All good.
Yeah. I wanted to inform you. Gave myself a scar experience. I'm helpless because I can't help them because Humphrey's really upset right now.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Also kind of
Understandably.
jumpy. So you can give me 1- dice if you want to invoke this
Condition.
experience.
Oh, right, as a
It's
scar.
not a condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a scar. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, same. I also put some into my. Well, I'm in the putting something into my sheet right now
Okay.
for the experience or being under general suspicion.
Yeah. Target of prejudice or something. Yeah. Yeah. So what's happening outside with Humphrey and Santiago?
Yeah.
You gonna wait?
She's not coming out, right?
No.
Should we? Would you say Humphrey? Would you say Gwen? Should two of us go find lodging and the other person stay here until we get some news and keep an eye on those bosses as well?
Yeah, sure. I stay here. Go and look for lodging.
Gwen has obviously
sure?
told you about the missing book, and
Yeah.
made it very clear to you how important is that she gets his book back. I'm talking Jakob about. She's talking to Humphrey about that.
Yeah.
So she'll go with Santiago. She's still very, very upset. You can tell. Are you going to take Snotty with you, or is Snotty going to stay with Humphrey for now?
Well,
Let me have a think. Who does Snotty want to stay with?
Exactly. That's the most important question.
Well, Snotty has most of the luggage, right?
Yeah.
Since Letha can't carry her own stuff, and Humphrey basically also can't. So
Yeah, I
we
mean,
get into a situation where we are walking away and Snotty looks like on Humphrey and on Gwen and.
well,
Santiago
she'll
and-
definitely follow Gwen, because Gwen has occasionally, like, if you remember when you came across the dead littlings and the spiders, Gwen was kind of hanging back and cuddling a little bit, like looking after Snotty. So there was a slight bonding moment there recently. So of all three of you, she's probably almost certainly going to be wanting to follow Gwen, unless you're kind of like taking the reins a bit and forcing her to go somewhere else. So she'll tag along with the two of you. And I don't want to roleplay it too long because I'm just aware of the time. It takes you quite a long time to kind of like navigate your way into this city. It's very crowded. It's very loud. There's a lot of there's these stalls that have been put up, like market stalls. Almost anywhere there's space. There's also like a proper market plaza where there's actual shops. And there's just inns everywhere, but they all seem to be full. Certainly the ones you're asking about. They don't care if you've got coin. They literally don't have any space. And after a little while, you do find a place. It's kind of almost on the other side of town. You've been probably about an hour kind of walking through, getting more and more frustrated. And it's this really dingy kind of rundown looking inn. But they do have one small room with one bed in it. And they have space in a common room as well.
Mm-hmm.
For enough for everyone in your group, basically. And Gwen, if Gwen's basically saying, I would rather sleep in the room. And she asks if you can pay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's that point, Santiago, that you realize you're 2 coins short of what you should have. You didn't check You didn't check.
No,
Oh, no, you did check when you came out of the jail because they took your purse away.
Yeah.
When they gave you your stuff back, your lancetta, you checked your purse. There were 16 coins in it. You counted it twice when you came out, but now you've only got 14.
Oh, the 2-coin cock purse. They have followed me, Gwen. They have followed me. I will find out who it is and reap my revenge.
Who's followed you? Sorry, I need to keep a straight face. I'm trying.
It's it's the same. They always take two of my coins. Always. I guess I have wronged someone somewhere. It started
Who?
in Chesterfield.
Who's taking your coins?
It's some kind of bandit or cutpurse that's targeting me specifically.
Why? Did you do something? Did you
I don't
offend
know.
someone?
What happened?
It's only two coins, Santiago. It's
Only 2 coins.
well, it's obviously
But
more
it's
than
my
2 coins
honor.
now if you add them up, right?
Yeah.
2 plus
Yeah,
2
it's 6 coins.
plus 2,
Those two-
and who knows? It might be another plus 2 and another plus 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course I'll pay, but I need to find them.
It's two.
They
It's
have traveled
2
here
coin for
faster
the
than us.
2 coin just
Well,
for the room, which
Just
is
for the room.
kind of
Yikes.
highway robbery almost. Like it's
Yeah.
way too much. But you're kind of like beggars can't be choosers. You know, you're in a place where everything's full, and if you don't pay it, somebody else will probably pay it within the next hour, maybe not. I mean, it's they show you the room as well. It's pokey. The mattress looks very uncomfortable. It smells a bit like somebody maybe like took a shat in the corner and it wasn't properly cleaned up. So it's just the window's open, or maybe it's coming from outside. Maybe there's like a you don't know. It's not great, but it's a place to sleep.
Yeah. But okay, Gwen, but you don't have coins, so then I'll pay. But
Gwen's very distracted too. Like just about, she's just, you can tell she's preoccupied.
And 3 places in the common room, and a stable place for our cat, our now distracted by the cat, for our mouse.
It's gonna be 1 coin each for a place in the common room, and stabling will be a coin as well per night. This is all per night, of course. So it's gonna set you back altogether 7 coin. I mean, you can ask the others to pay you back, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you haven't changed so I will take.
I haven't changed. You needed. Sorry, I didn't change your.
And then down to 7 coins.
I mean, you'll get some
Oh
back.
yikes!
You'll get some back.
Yeah.
This isn't
But
Warhammer.
Santiago is shook.
This isn't Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, where it's my job as the GM to basically free you of your coin at every opportunity. But I might be playing it a little bit like that.
It's fine.
Super fun. Yeah. Santiago will. I'll need to go check on Humphrey and see if I can find that. Yeah. Thief.
Gwen will stay in the room. She's very distracted. She's found another notebook that has some like basically like an empty notebook. Or maybe there's some like just some scattered notes in it that weren't that important. So she wants to start like making some notes of while she, just in case her notebook doesn't becomes like, she kind of tells you this very quickly in case you can't find her the notebook. She's been thinking about what was in there, trying to like remember as much as she can. She's going to try and like from memory try and like note some of her notes down while it's relatively fresh. So you leave her in the room. She's got a candle on the side for it's not lit, it's still light, but if it starts getting dark, she can light a candle, and then you go back. Humphrey has been waiting for while this has been happening. Santiago and Gwen have been gone, and Snotty have been gone for like over an hour. And by the time Santiago will come back, he's going to be probably another half an hour tracking back through the crowds to get back to you. What's Humphrey been up to?
Humphrey's been pacing around, grinding his teeth, mumbling to himself, skittishly watching the customs house and the adjacent buildings where they pulled Letha, Santiago, and Gwen in. And after a while, he'd like to ask any littlings that came out of the building that were questioned.
A couple more come out, yeah.
Yeah, if they saw a salamander, like red-haired.
One of them says no, but the other one says, "Oh yeah, she's still in. She's still in there."
What's taking them so long? You know anything?
I don't know. I don't know nothing, man. Not man. But I don't know nothing. And they just kind of push past you like they don't want to be questioned.
What did they ask you? He's already gone. Like,
yeah. Just like looks over his shoulder, like, leave me alone, man. I've already been questioned. At some point, while you're on your own, it has been noticed that you're kind of loitering. And a guard does come up to you and says, "What are you doing here?"
Waiting for my friends.
They've been taken into custody, have they?
Yeah.
Very well.
Can you tell me what with Letha Flamel? She's still in there.
Oh yeah. I'll go check up on that for you. Absolutely.
Okay.
And just walk somewhere else, not even towards the house.
I shoot a glance at his back probably and mumble something, and
he doesn't burst into flame, unfortunately.
Yeah, I have to work on that. But I'm gonna do what Humphrey does best, like scouting the area. I'm just taking my tours around the buildings, look where I could discern where the prison tracts would be. Well, I've been a goon of a sheriff for a time, but probably no big chances. But Humphrey tries anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like scouting around, checking the place out, and time passes, and eventually Santiago returns. When he gets back, it's starting to get a little bit dark. You kind of have the feeling that within a half an hour, it's going to be fairly dark. You can see that there's some people are lighting like street lamps, kind of around the area. There's like a lamp lighter nearby who's lighting lamps around the customs house initially. It's very important that they have light.
Mm-hmm. Can I discern anything, like where the prisoner tracts are, or?
I mean, you could ask Santiago. He'll tell you like kind of roughly where he was in the building, and he can tell you what the layout of the inside of the house was. There are no windows for the cells.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping for a window. Yeah. Santiago arrives with some food and something to drink.
Okay.
And gives it to Humphrey.
Yeah.
No. He's very determined and kind of broody.
It's gonna cost you a coin just to get some basic like food and drink too.
Oh, yikes!
I mean, the longer you stay in this town, the faster your purses are gonna drain.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you a taste of it right now.
This town is expensive. Have you seen the guards leave, or
this is basically like an airport, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know those.
Do we get custom-free Toblerone at last?
At like twice the price of what you pay in a supermarket? Yeah, for sure. But no duty on it, right? I have a Toblerone story. We bought a Toblerone. I went to America recently, and I was like, we wanted to bring a gift back for a friend who was looking after rabbits. And I was like, when I was a kid, sorry, totally off topic here. It'll be a quick story. Yeah. I was like, when I was a kid, like when we were traveling and we went to airports, we would always bring back one of these gigantic like Toblerone as like a thank you present. And in the Seattle airport, there was a place selling giant Toblerone. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be expensive because it's in an airport, but it's fine. It's a present, and it like had like thanks very much written on it too. So it's kind of perfect. But it was like $20, which is like
Wow.
absolutely a huge amount. But like, well, it's a present, fine. So we bought it in the Seattle airport. Our flight was from Seattle direct to Frankfurt. Of course, when we got off the plane in Frankfurt, we walked through duty free. Guess what? There's Toblerone, giant, exactly identical Toblerone in Frankfurt. It was €10. I was like, shit, but you can't think about those things. Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
So Seattle airport for me was downridge. Yeah.
We get ourselves a Toblerone. That's the least that I do.
Yeah.
I have to pry it from the
Santiago-
cold dead hands of that ferry officer.
Yes, we need those. Yeah. This time expensive, man. Humphrey. It's but I'm guessing you're hungry and thirsty. So here's a sandwich and a half bottle of wine to share.
Much appreciate. I doubt.
Have you seen anything?
Officers patrolling. Nothing else. Looked for the prison, for the place where they keep the prisoners. But
No windows, but it was in. I'm describing the part of the house, and
Yeah, it's pretty easy to figure out where you. I mean, it's a long building, but it's not. It's not like 2 kilometers long or anything stupid like that. It's just you can kind of figure out roughly where she was, or where your cell was.
Gwen described
But
the officer that questioned her.
I haven't. It was. I don't know who questioned her. Me was. Well, male ferry, right? And I describe him.
Two male ferry officers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guy that killed.
Kind of cocky. Yeah. Thought they could control the situation, and yeah.
I have a feeling in my guts that we won't stay for long. Probably not even.
No, hopefully not. I paid 7 coins for sleeping tonight.
Wow.
I don't pay a thing.
Yeah.
Free lodging. Hey.
Hey. This is how you do it. Yeah.
Just wait until you taste the food. Oh, free
Yeah.
food though too, I guess.
Free food. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we even get some?
You will. Yeah.
Well, it's not the first time we busted someone out of prison, right?
No, but I'm not sure this is the right place to do it. This is not Chesterfield.
Yeah, but they.
And this place is kind of crawling with guards too.
Yeah.
Well, what about the book? They wouldn't hand it to us willingly either, right?
No, but we'll see if we can spot the guard leaving, and then we'll talk to them on the way. And persuade them to take an extra look.
Look out, right?
Yeah.
Got something
You need
to
to rest,
conceal
so
your
yeah.
face.
They've seen my face, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, but do you have something to conceal your face so he doesn't see it a second time? I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm guessing I have a kerchief.
You've got some cloth or kerchief or something.
Yeah.
You can use.
Yeah.
for sure.
And I could use a new hat, so yeah.
Another new.
Did
You're gonna run out of
did they
hats
also
in a
take
minute.
your hat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they also take your hat?
No. But they had the picture of the old hat.
And they got the hat right. So if they make a new wanted sign, they'll probably get your hat right again. So you have to keep changing styles. All right, I'm gonna cut back into the jail to Letha. It's become dark. It's gotten dark. You can tell there's windows on the other side. Like there's no windows behind you, but ahead of you through the bars on the other far side of the house, there are windows looking outside, and you can see it getting steadily darker as night is approaching. And at some point, the whole time, man, I forgot her name. Esper is kind of sitting there, occasionally talking to you. She's just sitting she's just right in your personal space the whole time. And yeah, keeping you company. and she's kind of having like a kind of a quiet commentary. She's like people watching the guards as they're going past, and like just really inane comments about them, and sometimes really shallow kind of like sexual commentary, like, "Ooh, he's got a nice arse, that one there, don't you think?" Like stuff like that, like really inappropriate and kind of like the last thing you want to think about right now is like how fit the fairy guards are that are keeping you in here against your will for no reason, right? But she's just like, she seems to be having a great time. At some point, like, you're getting more and more fed up with her. You can feel your, I mean, I kind of don't want to tell you too much how your character's feeling, but if I may kind of imply a bit, you're probably getting more and more fed up and pissed with her.
I think like Lisa is trying to sleep for a bit, like getting some rest,
yeah.
and she's constantly like touching her and waking her up and shaking her. Look at him, like he's and stuff like that. So she's like drifting off and then just getting startled and woken up from her, and it's like, this is really annoying.
Yeah.
So.
And it's also comments like, "Oh, look at the color of his wings or her wings. Like, I've never seen that color on a fairy before. Have you?" Like just stuff like that. You could feel it's like a kettle. Like the kettle is slowly coming close to, to whistling. For you, it's like the top of your head exploding. It feels like. You're keeping a lid on it because it's probably not going to go down too well with the guards if you lose your shit in here with her. That's the only thing keeping the lid on. Otherwise, you would have probably exploded a while ago. When they bring the food around, yeah,
yay, great.
And it's a bit of a change. You immediately, I assume, like kind of get to your feet to kind of go to the door to get away from Esper.
Yeah.
And it's the sympathetic guard bringing the food, and she kind of slides a tray of nothing appetizing. It's kind of like slop, like, I don't know, mashed beetle or something,
All right.
Not particularly appetizing. And as she kind of pushes it through the grate, she kind of like catches your eye and kind of just gestures you a bit closer.
I'll move closer.
She says, "I'll help you escape at the first opportunity. If you'll deliver a letter for me. Will you do that?"
Probably.
"I need a letter to get to Topridge, which is where you're heading. If you can deliver it, I'll help you escape."
I guess seems easy enough.
She kind of glances around. "I'm afraid there's nothing fancy for you, Sprite, but at least you won't starve. We fairies look after our prisoners. We're not barbarians like those of you upstairs or in the basement."
Well, I've no experience with that, but I'll try this one.
She turns on her heel and kind of like walks off. You can see some of the other, like one other guard kind of nearby, like smirking, like, yeah, you tell her. Like it's that sort of, yeah, piggy look. Yeah. You take your food.
Mm-hmm.
You try and eat standing on the other side of the cell.
Yeah, and also it's like, you gotta keep some strength, and you just have to do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But I'm still considering, I don't want to eat too much because we probably just have a bucket in here for communal use.
Yes, there is. Oh, that's a good question. I don't want to think about it too much. Yeah, sure. There's probably probably a hole in the floor. Oh man, yeah. And you're in like a mixed. You're like in a mixed cell. It's kind of a bit weird. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Don't worry about it.
Can you heat and sterilize the food with your hands? Do your the light hands also make heat?
Maybe a little bit.
Or is it? Yeah.
Not sure, but I'm not sure it's enough to
I normally
sterilize
don't
anything.
burn anything. It's just
Yeah.
light.
Oh, okay.
It would probably be a little bit warm, but yeah, not. Yeah. Okay. So it's just kind of like maybe an hour after dark. Letha, you've just finished eating, and so has Esper. You can see she's slid her tray back into the slot to be taken away, and she's kind of like walking towards you. That's happening outside. The two of you are kind of like just a little bit bored, kind of like, oh man, what's gonna happen? Still kind of keeping an eye on everything. I don't need a roll from either of you because you both notice this at the same time. You see somebody furtively creeping towards the guardhouse from one of the between two buildings. Because you're keeping an eye on the kind of general area, you're able to spot this person. You can't tell anything about them other than that they're average height, average build, kind of got a cloak, looks like a cloak over, like a dark cloak that they're wearing over them, so they got like a hood up over them themselves, and they're very, very obviously up to no good, right? And there's a guard that has just kind of walking on patrol, has just kind of walked past where they were, and they're kind of creeping up behind this guard. You see a flash of light, and before you can say anything else, there's a Molotov cocktail thrown, and it smashes square into the guard. They erupt into flame, start screaming, and chaos ensues. Some more guards come kind of rushing towards, and this is kind of like a little bit on the other side of this like open area to where you are. Some other guards come rushing with their keyskets out, and you can see them just taking aim. They spot the person as they're trying to run back towards the houses. They're just like bringing their keyskets up when shots ring out from kind of around you and a little bit closer to where this other person was, and the guards fall. Cut back into Letha. Yeah. Letha, you hear suddenly you hear someone screaming from outside, and you hear keysketch shots going off. Esper doesn't look panicked. She goes, ooh. Ember doesn't say anything, but he kind of looks up. Like, okay, well, something else is happening now. Oh, this is interesting. Maybe not. And immediately you can see guards running past your cell, like some of them like grabbing like keyskets and like checking that they're loaded and stuff like that as they're going kind of running towards the door on the side. And at that point, the sympathetic guard comes, unlocks the door, opens it, and says, "Prisoner, with me."
All right, I'm on the move.
She kind of grabs you kind of roughly, turns you, and kind of grabs your arm almost painfully and like twists it behind your back. Shuts the cell door on Esper and Ember still inside, locks it, and she kind of like pushes you like ahead of her with your arm kind of twisted behind your back. And she's taking you to the other side of the building. It looks like towards the door on the other side. Okay, cutting back outside, Humphrey and Santiago. Jakob, you said that Humphrey was going to take cover.
Yeah.
What's Santiago doing?
Yeah.
Oh, Santiago was half a step running towards the prison, but then Humphrey goes take cover. And... Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and shooting. Yeah, when they're shooting around us, Humphrey would follow though. If that's a distraction, we are not directly between the crossfire. Humphrey would follow as well. But first, when he hears the shots and sees the shots, he would just dive below, like the railing of whatever they leaned against. So yeah, I'm following, but I'm way behind you, Santiago. And just
Okay,
pulling
I
a
try to move
scarf over my
towards
head or something like that.
Scarf and hat off, folded into the coat.
Okay.
So bare head going forward.
So, okay, all right. There's a chance that you're going to be taken for part of the attacking group, right?
Yeah.
I would try to at least Santiago thinks of flanking maneuver and trying to be sneaky, but
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
this is the opportunity. This is when the action happens.
Okay. So you're doing that. The guards are on high alert now, and they are rushing towards this part of the. They're rushing towards this part here. You can just see some other guards kind of rushing from the other side of the house, and they're kind of like scanning the houses when they spot the two of you, and they bring their keyskets around.
I'll point over to where the shooting was. Over there.
They're not distracted. They take aim.
Yeah.
Shots ring out from around you, and these two guards fall dead.
Whoa!
You kind of glance around you like that, but you can't see anyone.
Look over the shoulder.
You can't see anyone.
No?
They're kind of well hidden. And it's just after the gunshots ring out. You think you can vaguely hear coming from behind you, the other side of town. You think you can hear some shots ringing out over there as well. And there's you can hear bells also start chiming, not church bells, but if you live in Germany, local fire department bells.
Okay, Humphrey, this seems kind of hot. Should we go on or should we?
Yeah, we entered all. We be a proper escape bug. But anyway, up there,
And I just hold my hands to help Santiago get up the roof, I suppose.
You're just doing that. Santiago's just putting his foot in when the door opens on the side of the house, and Letha kind of stumbles out. In fact, Letha is pushed out. She pushes you out. You feel a piece of paper, you think, being put into the hand that was twisted behind your back as you're pushed out.
Yeah, I just
and the door
stuff it in my back pocket.
And the door kind of closes behind you.
Letha.
Are we standing a couple of small meters away up?
You're kind of maybe 10 meters, more like 15, 20 meters away. She probably can't see you initially because it's a little bit dark. Actually, she can see Santiago because you're wearing white, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm making beeline.
Hey.
Yeah.
Letha, we just wanted to break you out.
You could just hear.
We didn't
you could. Letha, you're just making your way over when you hear a shout behind you. Stop! Free your scum!
Let's run.
Do you stop?
Nope.
You're close. You're closer to the edge of the buildings and your two friends than you are to the house. You're 2/3 of the way to them. Do you want to stop or do you want to keep running?
No. I wanna keep running. Those are my friends. It's she promised to get me out, so I'm making a run for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you give me a shot rings out? I want you to give me a roll for it.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm trying to think of what a defensive roll would be. I think we'll go with just athletics, a straight up athletics test.
Alrighty.
For all of us, or
no, just for Letha.
No, just me.
And the target is a critical on this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna
so
push it.
Three stress on the table, if that makes sense. Yeah. From being hit by the gun shot.
Sure. I'm trying to push it. I'm trying to push my roll.
Okay. You got at least one success with it?
And
Sorry.
nope.
Okay, so you take 3 stress. It's not the end of the world. It just kind of clips you a little bit. You're kind of bleeding a little bit, maybe on an arm or something. It's not like a major
Yeah.
injury. You do not have your keysket. It's still inside the building.
Yeah. Oh,
She didn't give you your keysket. It hasn't been given back to you. Yeah.
Humphrey immediately shoots back. Well, his keysket appears basically in his hands when he sees the flashlight of the gun and basically just shoots in general direction.
Okay.
More of reflex than anything else.
We'll just handle this a single roll. Why don't you give me a shoot roll? Critical target.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that the guard would have given you your purse back too, Letha.
All right.
So she managed to get
That's
your
a
purse.
critical.
It was easy enough to get back and to kind of like subtly give back to you. As she was pushing you, she kind of maybe like stuffed it into one of your pockets or something. You got a critical?
Yep.
Okay.
3-4s.
Yeah, you shoot back and you hit the guard. 3 more guards come running. They see this happen.
Yeah.
They can't see you so well because you're wearing a lot of black, being the emo lone mouse that you are. But Santiago's like standing out like
Big white.
Oh, no.
like a
I
beacon
need your
of
coat.
debonair, right? You're looking suave with your mustaches and your white coat and your new wide brimmed hat, and they see you.
Yeah.
As the shots came from basically where you're standing, and one of their comrades just fell dead. Letha runs up to you, and you all just turn on your heels and run. I assume, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay, there's gunshots still going off behind you as you run away, and you kind of glancing over your shoulder. It doesn't seem like the guards are actually running into the town to chase after you just yet, because they're still being kind of held back. Where are you heading?
We need to get Gwen, probably, right?
Yeah.
And Snotty.
But let's take a detour to the hotel. Or inn.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
definitely
not gonna get those money back. Yeah.
It's dark. It's normally always busy around here. There's people drinking. There's a lot of inns. There's a lot of taverns. There's a lot of places to lose money, like gambling and stuff. And normally nights are particularly rambunctious in this town, but because of all the gunshots happening, it sounds, you can definitely hear from like ahead of you as you're running towards the other side of town. It's definitely a case of people are like kind of staying indoors and just watching what's happening. So you could feel the eyes of a lot of people watching as you're running past. Nobody is actually stopping you, not yet at least, as you're kind of making your way through the first part of town. But I want a roll from you all, and I'm gonna base it on kind of what you're doing. So this first stretch, I think you're just trying to put some distance between you and everyone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then I think quite quickly we need to change speed and be more inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I want first is I want an athletics roll from all 3 of you.
Yep.
The target's gonna be like
that's-
a double basic, is the target.
Okay, then I'm gonna push my roll.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to push
same.
it as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a critical basically. I got 3 5s.
Oh
Double basic.
no! I only get
Okay.
Can I get-
a basic?
Since I got a critical, and that's basically 3 basic successes, and I only need 2, can I give one of my 3 to Santiago? Can I help him? Isn't this a mechanic?
Did you sacrifice a success and lose all of your successes, Rasmus, or did you still keep one?
No, yeah, I lost one. I only have 0 then. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
So you won't be able to quite get him over
I
there.
had to push because I didn't have the.
But
I would
on,
give...
Carmen, what did you roll? Did you get a success or did you get 2 success? A triple?
I get 2.
Okay, so you got what
2
you needed.
basics.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're just running, and Santiago is at the back. maybe just, you've got your Lancetta. You've got maybe get your Lancetta out as well, just in case you need it, right? I'm assuming.
Of course.
And you're kind of like,
run better
because you're at the
without my
back,
hand.
you're also kind of like constantly looking over your shoulder. And you smash into, you don't see it in time, you smash into the side of a market stall. And you go toppling onto your arse in the street.
Yeah.
But there's nobody like around, but you can feel people watching you as you kind of stand up and you're kind of brushing yourself off. You're checking you're all good. You're looking around to see if anybody's coming towards you. Nobody's approaching you. You're looking kind of a bit mad, like a little bit wild with your Lancetta and like, what's going on?
I did this on purpose.
Humphrey and Letha are still running in the direction that you're heading before. They got a little bit of a lead on you, and you kind of take off after them again. But certainly more people got a really good look at you just now.
Well,
I'm
Well,
just
I mean,
like,
Do I
Don't
have,
help and
do I
hinder
have
me.
my clothing? Do I have all my clothing?
yeah.
All right. I'll of course try put a hood up and not be so obvious, but well,
Yeah.
I guess while running, no chance of really covering myself.
I mean, you'd have to stop and maybe try and like alter your clothing a little bit to try and like pull it up around and stuff, because you haven't really got clothes made to kind of be thiefish, if that makes sense. None of you do. It's just that Humphrey's clothes are probably the darkest of everybody's. Just from looking at the artwork.
Blackest black they're
Yeah.
wearing.
Yeah. And we established that, Rasmus bought, or sorry, I should say Santiago bought these elegant clothes, and we kind of had said, I thought that you were kind of trying to go for the look from the illustration, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So like
Absolutely.
really fancy brass buttons and white and
Red,
very
red
practical.
cape and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that. Yeah.
So you're very noticeable, which is what you want. You want
Hey.
people to notice you.
Yeah, exactly. This is not going to be a problem in a year's time.
Right.
It's a problem now, but not later.
I'm sure they'll get the wanted posters wrong. And maybe your new goal in life should be to get a wanted poster in every town.
It would be a nice collection.
So as we're kind of getting into the second part of this chase, or not chase, but as you're kind of moving through the town, you said you wanted to try and take it a bit more coolly, right? And make it less obvious that you're like running away from something, and just
At least
moving.
that's what Santiago thinks is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll let you each tell me how you're approaching this, and then what skill test you're going to be rolling for it.
Well, I think Humphrey would say, let's go to the back alleys. A little bit in the shadows.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
where we have to go. Because I've never been at the inn as well as
But
Letha.
I will guarantee they've told you the name of it, and you have been here before, right?
Yeah. No, I've not been here
No,
before.
he's not been here before.
Humphrey wasn't.
No, we haven't. Okay. Yeah. But I've told you during those hours of waiting. I've told you where we are staying. I can guarantee
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You got a rough idea.
In between the stories about the 2 coin coppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Humphrey would like doing maybe caution or illusion, sneaky stealth roll.
That's illusion for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would like.
And
to take
what's-
illusion. Should I...
Well, Carmen and Rasmus, you all roll at the same time, but what are the two of you going to be? How are you going to be approaching this?
I would, follow, like walking into the shadows, looking for like small alleyways, like streets in the back that are not as
Yeah.
crowded as like the main streets, not as traffic that much, and kind of do some twists and turns, and then slow down and actually try to blend into a normal person walking the streets.
So that's
And
also going
also
to be
kind of
illusion, I
trying
think.
and shift my clothing a little and to not look like the person they remember.
Yeah. What about
And
Santiago?
Santiago will fold up his coat and his hat and put it into his cape and go with only his shirt on, probably a bit open, and his lancetta, and try to be discreet in the back, but not the big white beacon anymore.
So also sneaky.
Yeah.
So also illusion. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think because of kind of like what you're wearing, I think we're gonna say the target difficulty is gonna be a little bit different from everyone. I think we'll say it's the standard 2 basic for Letha and for Humphrey, and Santiago's looking at a critical.
Mm-hmm. Illusion 5 dice.
Yeah, I rolled 5 singles, so I've got the trait Selfless. Gains a free reroll when trying to help or save those in need. If you fail, you take 1 additional stress. Since Humphrey tried to lead the party into the back alleys and everything, does this count as helping?
Yeah, I mean,
those in
if
need?
you got 5 of a kind, yeah, like 5.
No, I've got 5 singles. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, and you can't
I would
re-roll
like-
that. You can't re-roll
I
that
would
without
like
at
a
least
free.
Oh,
Even
with
not
the
with a free
with the
reroll?
selfless, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's you're all kind of just trying to sneak on your own. It's a kind of a no. I think I'd rather you. I think that's a bit of a stretch, and I like that there's
fair.
failure here.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure.
What did Letha get?
So,
I have a critical.
Okay, so you've got a 1 basic,
One basic.
and you're rolling now.
I'm pushing. Push. I rolled. I have 1 basic. I'm gonna push mine.
Yep.
I had 2 6s, and I rolled 3 5s.
Oh,
Wow.
so
That's
you can
amazing.
Full house.
between the 2 of you, you can give them to Jakob. You can
okay.
you can each spare at least 1 success, and you only need 2 basics. So you can the extras can go over to Jakob
Okay,
and
that's
kind of help
cool.
him out. So you all succeed.
Can you describe
Yeah.
how you help Humphrey, or you just hand wave it?
I put my hat on you. That's gonna be nice. But you have a hat already.
I've got an idea.
I'm
I've
kind
got
of
an idea.
giving you a little shove.
Yeah.
You're sneaking through the alleyways, and a door opens onto the alleyway right in front of Humphrey, as someone's like backing out carrying something, and they're just about to turn and see Humphrey when Santiago like kind of throws them in and slams the door shut as you're moving past. How's that sound?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So you kind of well,
Well,
there's no more rolls needed. I just kind of wanted to have a few rolls happening in this session. You make your way then. You've made your way to the kind of through these back alleys and things, and find your way to the tavern. And the tavern is far enough away. It's kind of near the stair. So because this town is up against the stair, so you're kind of like at the back on one of the sides. And yeah, you make your way there. There's a lot of people standing like, in fact, because you're far enough away from the 2 customs houses where all the shots are happening and stuff. They're actually in this part of town, people actually still out on the street, kind of like talking to each other, like, "Oh, what do you think is happening out there?" Like, you know, a lot of people just kind of like quietly speculating. And you kind of pop out of the alleyway and make your way casually to the tavern. Yeah?
Yeah. Cool.
What's the plan?
Does the tavern have a wardrobe, where you deliver your coat?
No.
Drats! I want to do a shift. Leave my white one and steal a new one.
Ah. There might be some in the yeah.
A lost and found?
No.
Drats.
No. There's a tavern. There's a tavern.
A drunk with a coat on that I can steal and place mine on.
There's the tavern area at the front, which is where you can drink. There's some tables and stuff set up. Just behind it is the very big open common room for sleeping, and then upstairs are the private rooms, which is where Gwen is. And there's a stable around the side.
You already booked the room, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we should kind of just see and get to Gwen and have a door between us for a bit?
Yeah. We could go up and talk to her and tell her about the situation.
Yeah.
And you should
Yeah.
leave.
But I don't have a key skate anymore.
You all hear a voice behind you. Letha!
Oh, shut it. Let's get up. Let's.
Letha!
Oh no.
You recognize the voice. Because it's been talking to you incessantly for the past, 3 hours.
Santiago will turn around and look at them. Wow!
There's a sylph woman with stunning hair rapidly walking up the street towards you.
Is she one of your aunts?
Leith, it was really hard to keep track of you in all those back alleys. Oh, but I managed. Really loud.
Could you just tone it a bit down?
Yeah. No problem. She walks up, puts her hand on your shoulder. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? All those gunshots, all those key shots. Whew.
Yeah, amazing.
People are looking at you. Oh, you know.
I kind of.
As soon as people are
about
distracted.
Somewhere private.
A glass of something?
Where there's a will, there's a way. There's no jail I've not been able to pick my way out of. People are really looking at each other like, whoa, what?
Let's get inside. And
Oh yes.
Don't be so
Mum,
loud about
mum's the
it.
word. Mum's the word.
Come
Got a
on.
mosquito buzzing around my
Let's
head.
keep it down. Let's keep quiet. Honestly.
mm-hmm.
These
Let's
terrible
go inside,
things.
At least. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Humphrey would basically shove everyone. Oh, there is a cat in front of the camera now. Humphrey would basically shove Letha's aunt inside the room.
She's not my aunt.
Yeah, Humphrey thinks she is. So
Yeah.
I would not tell her that. She'll take offense to that probably.
yeah, never mind. Humphrey would. Yeah, he
So
just
let's
thinks.
tell her inside. Yeah. Let's get out
yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of push her inside. People are kind of watching you, looking at you as you definitely feel eyes on you as you're going up inside and up the stairs. You also notice at the tap room that the person who's the bartender, or maybe the proprietor of this tavern, is also kind of squinting and frowning at you, as you go inside.
Santiago will then stay back and put down a coin on the bench and says, "Hey, how about some drinks for people? I want to be charming."
For one
A
coin.
tankard of ale goes down and says, and the coin disappears.
Yeah.
For people? What do you think this is, a charity?
Oh yikes! I slam down one more then.
Another tankard is put down next to you.
No, it's for you, my friend. I'm trying to be charming.
I don't pay for my own drinks.
No, well, I can give you one anyways, and that's just pure gold for you.
Well, I've pulled a pint already.
Ah, well, okay, I'll drink both of them. I'll down one of them, and then take the other one.
What was all that?
Oh, yikes.
What was all that talk about? Breaking out of a cell. What's going on?
Oh, it's a play we're rehearsing. Nothing special.
What's the play called?
Oh. The Slua with Many Talents.
Okay.
I will save you a ticket.
Just kind of watching you without responding. You kind of like chug your first one and take your second one with you.
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
To enjoy at a slower pace. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You all get into Gwen's room. Gwen seems oblivious to everything happening around. In fact, you're kind of surprised she managed to put the candle on, but obviously she wouldn't be able to write without being able to see, so she would have had to have, returned to reality at least for that. Yeah. So you kind of pile in. She kind of briefly looks up at you. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Letha. And then she just turns back to her notes, and she's just scribbling kind of frantically into her notebook.
Miss Summers, we should prepare to go.
Yeah, in the morning. Don't please, don't disturb me.
I look to Letha. I look to Esper.
I say we have to go now.
Yep, we have to.
Ooh.
Pot's boiling already.
I did see you. I did see you killed one of those guards. That was very naughty. And she pokes Humphrey in the chest like bloop.
Humphrey is completely stunned, looks to Letha and says,
She makes that sound as well when she does it. Bloop.
God. Humphrey is completely stunned, looks to Letha.
That's one of your aunts again.
What did you
No,
say?
she's a friend.
Do I look older than Letha? Her eyes get big.
He wouldn't be the second person I've killed, so back off.
And I'm invoke my reputation, the fairy killer.
Fairy killer, yes.
And I would like to threaten her as soon as the cat leaves the dice pool. Can du möchtest du mal weggehen?
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Well, no, yeah, I won't try to shoo her away, but she would simply just she.
Yeah, it's an intimidate. You're intimidating her. Yeah, I get it. So this is intimidation is authority, right?
Probably.
Or
Sorry.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I think that would be authority.
or will.
And do I get
Yeah.
extra dice for my reputation fairy
Yeah.
killer?
Yep.
Okay. Ah! 1 second, I can't hear anything. No.
Oh yeah, intimidate others. It actually says by authority, so that's definitely right.
Okay, so those are 2 basic successes.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna
I
risk
think-
one of them by pushing.
Yep. Nope, that's only 1 basic success.
She takes a step back when you say that, and then she just bursts out in a very loud but very kind of sweet tinkling laughter. You don't scare
I'm
me.
I'm looking helpless. I'm looking helpless to Letha.
How cute.
Yeah, he is. Let's just we need to get out of here.
Gwen's just
How about you?
ignoring you scribbling. Letha?
I'm kind of looking at Esper. How about you? Don't you need to?
She walks up to you and she whoop, pulls a little paper out of your pocket. What's this? Is this a note from a lover?
No, give it back.
Shall I read it?
No, you shouldn't.
Just
I'm full hands on. I'm absolutely
Okay,
hands.
yeah.
I'm going for it. I'm done. I'm kind of the whole kettle that is boiling since hours is now absolutely going to lose it.
how do you lose it exactly?
This is not going to be elegant or eloquent or anything. She's kind of, you give that back. Stop taking things from me. Stop touching me. Stop kind of pulling my hair and creeping up into my personal space. Honestly, I've had enough. I've just I have lost my sanity. I'm done. And she's kind of probably turning bright red.
Yeah.
Her hands start glowing, like she's sweating. She's breakdown her face. And she's
Are you
kind
like
of...
physically like moving towards her too?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And do you like
I'm
grab
not
the
like
paper?
really wanting to punch her, but I want to take the hands and absolutely losing all of it.
Yeah. She looks very taken aback as this is all happening. And she kind of like backs away a little bit as you're coming close to her, and you have no problem getting your letter out of her hand. And then when you're like, I guess after the outburst, you kind of deflate a bit, right?
Yeah, she will probably
still...
start crying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see Esper's like kind of like doesn't know what to do. Like she's very taken aback. I'll just pop out for a second. And she lets herself out of the room.
In the door, I think Santiago is standing with a mug of ale and looking. Whoa.
Should we let her go? I mean, she knows where we
I'm
are.
absolutely in for, just twisting her head off her shoulders, but let her leave. Let her just leave. And we should also leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
As quickly as possible.
And Humphrey starts packing up. Trying to give Letha some free space. Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of wiping her face. Like she's kind of really, really rattled, right? She's kind of looking for Gwen.
What are you doing
because
with
I think like...
What are you doing with a note?
I'll take that back. I'm looking at the address where this should be delivered, and I put it in my pocket.
There's no address. There's in fact when you grabbed it when you look for an address, you see that there's one side has a crude map drawn on it, and on the other side there's a name. It's like there's a letter with a name written in whatever the common speech is that you all speak.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the letter is written in, you can't read it. You don't know what language it is or what alphabet it's using. You don't recognize it.
Okay.
But it's just a single name. And the name is Alexander. Alexander.
Okay.
Nothing more than that. And the map...
But I have a map.
The map looks like a map of Downridge. In fact, it says Downridge. It's Downridge written on it.
Okay.
And you can see there's like a line at the top, which must be where the stair is. And there is a crudely drawn, what looks like maybe a fountain near the stair. And there's an X on the line of the stair, like right next to the fountain.
Okay. So this is actually
scribbled,
not that far away.
And one other thing scribbled like next to the just next to the X, it says smuggler. Just the word smuggler.
Okay. That's weird. Yeah, I'm going to show it to you guys. Like after I've calmed myself down a little.
Why should she write smuggler next to it? I mean, that's sort of kind of evidence.
Did you tell the whole story as well about delivering a letter and stuff?
I need to deliver this. It's like the favor I have to do for getting pushed out the door.
So this could be a person who helps us pass the customs in other part of, or the stair size of the city. Stair side. I would say
Good
check
guess,
that out.
as as any.
Yeah.
So probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we need to get out as fast as, and I don't know if we manage to get a new key skit for myself, because I feel like it's not good going out without a weapon out there.
Yeah, about that.
Well-
And Humphrey just hands you his key skit.
Might be a bit heavy, but it's still the best in the house. We'll find you a new one soon-ish.
You're as good a shot as I am. So
Yeah, I got this one. And he just...
You go shopping in the
drops
morning.
pistol.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're not
right.
there anymore, Esper.
I mean,
Uh,
we could.
Hey guys, I say try to meet up with that Alexander guy and see if we can have a way out now, or we need to wait.
No, we leave today. We leave tonight.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about Letha's deal here.
Yeah, he may help us, and if he can't, we leave on our own. Well,
Yeah.
not best.
We
prepared,
don't have
but-
all the information about that situation yet, so I think it's also nice to have a chinwag.
Carmen, do you remember what she told you about what she told you in the cell when she gave you the food?
She told me she would try to get me out next possibility, which I thought was this: if I could deliver a letter.
If you could deliver a letter to someone in Topbridge.
Okay. Ooh, that's okay.
Just before you go on
Yeah.
a red herring
Right.
hunt looking for an
Yeah.
Alexander down in Downridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's meant to deliver a message to somebody
I
in
figure them.
Topbridge. Yeah.
All right, but the map is possibly then our way out.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now this guy I have to deliver it to is in Top Ridge, which is
Oh, okay.
we're actually going to. So I figure this part is a way to get out.
Yep. So, blushes.
I think
Gwen?
the breakdown might have grabbed her attention.
It didn't actually.
Wow.
Either she's
When?
pretending not to have noticed,
Yeah.
or she didn't.
Yeah.
But she's also not super socially, savvy. She's like when Santiago keeps saying her name, you can hear, like, first she's ignoring you, and then she's like, and then she keeps writing.
I'm going over to her and
Okay.
gently put my hand above hers while she's writing, not to kind of smudge anything. Like, I'm very careful to disturb, but I'm looking at her. I'm like, Gwen.
When you put your hand on the
She's-
paper, she actually kind of jerks a bit, like, and looks at you. What?
All right. Well, she can probably see the distress on my face.
Arguable,
And
but yeah.
we need to leave. We really need to leave.
Why?
I know. Oh, well, I just kind of got busted out of prison, because otherwise I would still be stuck in there. And we're in a bit of a pickle here, so...
I was in the prison too. They let me out. What's the problem?
Well, racism. Just to cut it short, racism.
Well, yes, that's... Some places are a little bit backward, of course. But why do we have to leave? I don't understand.
Because
shot the
I
guard
did
with
not get
Summers.
out of prison by the normal way. They didn't let me, and there was a moment.
You escaped?
Yes.
Oh. Humphrey, what did you just say?
Oh, I shot someone, probably a guard or a freer or something like that.
Okay. She pours some sand over her page, and then kind of like funnels it back into her little sand pouch, and then carefully closes. Put some blotting paper maybe on first, and then closes the notebook. Stuffs it into her bag. This is not how I imagined our trip would go, but
Me neither.
all right, I'll follow. Where are we going?
We have a map.
We follow my little map. I would also like to kind of rummage through my stuff and change a bit of my clothing and not wear that anymore. Kind of cover up my hair. I want to get the braid, cut a bit of it, part of the length, and just get rid of that. Not all of it, but enough to tuck it under so my hair falls more like a little bit of a bob cut.
Yeah, I gotcha. Mm-hmm. Still the kind of coppery red, same color, but yeah, a little bit of a different.
I think I can't change my hair color just now.
Not that easily.
It'll take way too long. Yeah.
I think don't all salamanders have bright red hair?
I'm not sure
Most
bright
of them
red, but
do.
they have shades of red, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You take a few moments just to kind of get yourselves like ready.
Yeah.
Make yourselves look as stealthy as you can.
Santiago puts his old coat on, grumpily.
Do you have an old coat with you?
Or do you throw the old one out? Perhaps.
I mean, you bought.
No,
It doesn't seem like you would keep your old shabby cloak when you just spent all that money on nice new clothes.
Then he'll walk around with his shirt unbuttoned and
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, okay. And is Humphrey changing anything, or is he just keeping his standard? I mean, you're wearing dark clothes. It's good for sneaking around anyway.
Yeah. Humphrey's wearing the standard stuff. And also like carrying his rucksack. Basically, he's carrying everything to go off as soon as possible.
Okay. You're on the first floor of a so sorry to the American listeners, first floor in other parts of the world means the second floor, so you're not on the ground floor, you're the next level up. There's a window in this room, and theoretically you could squeeze out of the window. It's not a big window, but it's enough that you could all squeeze out of and drop to the ground below. By kind of hanging from the outside, so you're kind of like your body is hanging down. It's not such a big drop that you have to worry about taking any damage or anything like that. If you want to do that, it's just if anybody sees you, it's pretty obvious what you're doing. But you could avoid going through the tap room, and you would avoid Esper as well.
Yeah, I really want to do that. I really don't want to be around her currently.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get out the window stealthily and not being noticed, probably.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But we need to get to the stall and get snotty, but I think we can do that.
So I'm just aware of the time. I think we're gonna kind of end it with. I'll just kind of narrate you making your way there. We don't need any rolls or anything. You kind of all climb out the window, drop down. Gwen comes last, and you kind of help catch her because she's kind of least like she's most likely to mess it up. And she's also kind of got her doesn't want to drop her bag of books down before she goes down herself. She kind of has it over one shoulder while she's also hanging. You make your way to the wall and you start backtracking along the wall, looking for a fountain. You find a fountain and you kind of spend some time looking around the fountain. By now it's like nighttime. You can hear the sound of patrols like getting closer and closer as they're sounds like they're almost going door to door looking for people now. The gunshots stopped like an hour ago. And while you're kind of desperately all looking along the wall of the stair near this fountain, one of you, like you're kind of pressing on it and stuff, one of you manages to like feel that there's like a rock. There's like some rocks kind of pushed up against it, and kind of pushing on one of them, they kind of gives way and falls over. And you notice that there is some sort of like tunnel that's been covered by these rocks. And you pull the rocks away enough for you to get in, return the rocks after you're all inside inside the tunnel to kind of block the entrance again. And you found a smuggling tunnel leading into the stair, but you're in the in-betweens. And that's where we will pick up our next session in 2 weeks' time.
All right.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So I managed to get both of the terrible things in play that session.
Did you really roll again for like he's losing money?
I did, yeah. But what I didn't do, I do this slightly differently. I roll twice, but I don't do like I'm rolling first for Letha and then I'm rolling for Santiago. I roll twice and then I think which one applies more towards one or the other. And it's only a D6 table, and I'm rolling twice on it, and I'm picking different results. So if I rolled the same number, I would probably re-roll anyway. So there is a kind of a high chance I'm gonna land on the theft. And I did.
Oh, I'm back down to 4 coins. This is horrible.
No.
Yeah, you started the session with how many? 16?
16. Now
you've got 4.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Great.
Okay.
2 more wizards from the 2-coin cut first, and then this evil plan will unfold.
I will write my own.
What will they steal when you have no coin left? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks guys for playing. It was a fun session for me too.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we'll catch all of you in 2 weeks' time for the chapter 3, paragraph 4. I guess we're up to now, coming up to. So, all right, take care.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.